Welcome back to the PlugHouse podcast. I'm your host, Mike Petterock, and today I got my wife, Sammy, in the building as my special co-host guest. And today's guests are Backwood Brad and Rick B.
Yeah.
Backwood Brad is fresh out of Fairbanks, one half of the Bankstown Bullies.
Yes, sir.
We had Trop was supposed to come here today, but he was unable. He had a family emergency, so we had to scoot on back to Fairbanks real quick. And Rick wanted to come over and see the Ninja Turtle collection. So while he was in the state, man, I figured I'd let him come through and
I appreciate
see it in person.
The blessings, man. Family shit.
And so, and I did tell you, Brad, that I did listen to I did listen to it today before you came.
Appreciate it.
And it was short enough that I got through it before you got here, which was nice. But it was, and I did my due diligence and did a little more. I Googled you, went on YouTube, did a little, and I did not know that you've been releasing music here and there for 10 years or longer.
Yeah. We've been outside.
You used to have a beard. You used to have
I used to have like 26 inches of hair, bro. Like I used to have a lot of hair. Yeah.
Show me these pictures.
You'll have to see it for yourself. We're getting a little too far ahead. This podcast is sponsored by Glamour Bard, Magic Media. You can check out their stuff on TikTok and Instagram. GLAMOURBARD.
Cop that.
So, you guys are fresh off the battle from last night.
Woo! Good night.
How are you guys feeling? I know, Ricky, last night you were posting on your story like 5 a.m. So I mean, I was blowing your shit up. You got your phone this morning. You're like, oh shit, huh?
Good nights, bro. Hey man, listen, that's all I text. I'm so sorry. That was the first time. I'm just so sorry.
And I was like, fuck, if I can catch him before Brad leaves, then I can get Brad to pick him up. Yeah.
I think my message from him, like my first one was like half legible, the other half was not. He had to send me a second message to follow up. He was not even awake. He was trying to tell me he's awake, but he was not awake when he was.
It was even more miscommunication, just everybody on their own time and shit. So, damn, I get over there, right? Because I'm moving on my own time. I text he ain't even look at the text. I call him like, hey, bro, I'm out here. Out where? They at the airport because they was
dropping off Rico.
Yeah, they was dropping off Rico.
Jeez.
And he's like trying to figure out, politics, like what we're gonna do. And I just, end up just chilling there waiting on him. I smoked a blunt, just waiting on him to pull up. But yeah, so everybody was just on their own time and shit. So yeah,
we made it happen though, man.
It worked out. Yeah,
we made it happen.
It worked out.
Sounds kind of like this event as a whole. Just
Yeah.
made it happen.
Yeah.
Miracles happen every day, bro.
I was talking to Trauma today, and he was saying that Don Marino has one more battle before he retires.
Yeah, and I didn't know that prior to going into this. So like, whenever you guys listen to like the playback and stuff, and I add in the little quick puns about retirement and stuff like that, retirement hits fast. I literally found out about this being Don's retirement battle 3 or 4 days after the face-off. Or prior to the face-off. So, like, that's like 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So, like, a lot of the material, I'm trying to figure out ways what to put it to where it doesn't just sound like too corny and stuff like that, to where it doesn't sound too cheesy, and not switch up too much stuff to where I got to get rid of material, So, I didn't know that he was retiring. I don't know who his last retirement battle is either. I don't even know.
He's got one more, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what league it's on. I know it's in Miami. I know he said it's at home.
He did tell Trauma that this is one of his top 5 places and visits he's done in battle rap.
That's a
So
beautiful
he
thing.
said he appreciate the hospitality and the whole vibe and everything. The people, everything was great.
That's what I heard from all the battlers that came up. People love Alaska. It's like a foreign country to them.
Yeah, man.
Y'all come here and y'all just like
Listen.
the mountains, the water, like it blows them away. Like they're like, what the hell?
A lot of it too, like it's the energy, because in my time here, because I can't speak for the history of Alaska as much as my experience and the history that I've had with Alaska. This place has just been so good to me. I love Alaska. But what I've noticed is they really do, like any show that we get, any entertainment, the ability to get outside, right?
Yeah.
We don't take it for granted. So it's like we treat goddamn, and I mean this humbly, it's like Rick B is like Charlie Clips. Like the first time he got up here, they were treated like they didn't know that he wasn't being like, oh, they flew you in? Oh, they brought you from New York? Oh, you're one of them.
You must be one of
Yeah,
those
you're
guys.
one of those guys.
They don't even question it. So like Rick could have been the most trash rapper. By the way, he's not. Rick is fired. Luke Castro, yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? His battle would lose.
He could have been, and still would treat it like royalty.
100%. Before they even listen to it. And even after they listen to it, they still gonna do some, maybe he's just having an off night, you know what I'm saying? Cause like the damn Big K and Marv, right?
Correct.
They give them the benefit of the doubt, like, they just came out here and just had fun. You know, like they would have just let you just have fun, bro. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, it's definitely
that's one thing I love about out here. Yeah.
It's definitely great energy.
We heard that so much, like it was Yogi, I think, who said that they have Southern
hospitality,
but we have Northern hospitality.
Yeah.
Correct.
The full polar shift, like we're complete opposites. So
I've
kind of down south.
I've compared it because like I spent so much time in Hawaii and there's such a Polynesian vibe in Alaska as well. I've compared it to that. This is one of the only places where I've seen Hawaii. They call it the Aina, the land. This is one of the few places I've seen them really care about the land and like really take that shit serious. Like when you're here, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, yeah, it's different.
Ask him all about it. He works on the slope. You can't drop no one drop of oil.
No, they don't like that. You can't spill nothing. You don't pour nothing on the ground.
I get chills, you know what I'm saying? This is one of the few so like when I'm talking about like the Palmer Fair and stuff like that, like bro, like live performances, right? Let's say it starts raining and shit like that. We as a crowd will start helping them clean up and shit. Like I get chills, bro. Like
it's really community based.
It is, bro. And the bitch will be sold out. They don't care. Like performers are like we'll be out there helping, bro. It's such a community.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
And so, Brad, since you come from Fairbanks, how would you describe the music scene out there? How different it is from because you've been in Anchorage for quite a few times. You've seen the scene. What's the difference?
A lot of love out here. So obviously the difference would be people, like the amount of people, so to say. Like for sure,
you've got a little bigger or
a lot. Well, the amount of people that are able to attend the shows.
Okay.
So in Fairbanks, we only got 40,000 people. I know you guys have, I'm not saying that 300,000 or 400,000 people will show up to the shows out here, right?
Yeah.
But the ability to have maybe 500 people interested in something.
Yeah.
The demand and shift of what interest would be and what they're looking for in Fairbanks versus what they're looking for here. We don't have the coots. We don't have the little babes.
You guys got like 3 places?
That's what I was going to say. Like, there's not as much variety. You know what I mean?
Venues to
choose from at all. And then
what's the one with the short roof you guys got? It's got the the short ceilings.
That's Big Eye, I think.
I've seen videos on that place. Reminds me of like some 8 Mile shit.
I believe that's Big Eye.
The energy's got to be good in it.
Well, in a lot of places, isn't like bars like. You guys have like the Willowa and stuff like that. Like we don't have like any like speakeasy like setting to where like the Botel would be probably like a complimentary setting of that, but they're not letting you get in there and rap. Like shout out to Rootsy Soul, like they may let like a band, like a reggae band or something, or like a rock band or something get in there. They ain't letting no hip hop get in there. We'd have to probably get a live band to offset that. That would probably be something
to happen.
Yeah.
You guys ever? Has been times in the past year where we have like violence happen after an event. Do you guys get any of that out there?
Yeah, somebody got.
Is it a same stigma that sticks around it? That's why some venues are like, no, we don't want you here.
It's not as extreme, but for sure the stigma does lie within hip hop. I think in any community where hip hop does try to have some sort of scene there, like anywhere that hip hop exists, that stigma is even in the whitest, the most suburbs of suburbs. Like that's always a fear of it happening. So, like, in Fairbanks, I believe it was last year, we had somebody murdered at the Big Eye. Like, after a show and shit, they was fighting out by, like, the riverfront. Yeah, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? It was out by the riverfront and shit, and, yeah. And the dude that got shot wasn't even, like, involved in the shit. Like, two or three people were jumping, like, his brother, and then, like, the dude went over there to help his brother, and one of the 3 people that was jumping his brother was like, nah, bam, you can get it, too.
So I sat down with you before the battle, before you battled Don.
Yeah.
And then you went and battled him. How do you feel afterwards?
I personally feel like I won the battle, for sure.
Some people have said that.
Yeah. Personally feel like I won the battle. Walking outside and talking with Don's reaction was actually very humbling and stuff. Just him telling me, you got great material, you got to travel, and that's one thing that after the Juno battle too, shout out to A-Game. A-Game is, hasn't made it to like the big time circuit yet, but he's been on big time cards. So hopefully he gets an opportunity to, soon to get on a card like that. But he's another one that has been battled in 2 or 3 different countries, battled in like 25 different states. First thing he said after he seen me battle Glenn there was the same thing, like, bro, you got to get the fuck out of here. Like, and it's a humble thing, because the trauma effect, right? No pun, you know what I'm saying? Traum gets out, battles, you know what I'm saying, gets on the Tay-Rock card, you know, he doesn't get the championship battle against Rock like Yogi got, right? But he built a relationship with Yogi. Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying, the rest is kind of history with Umbrella, right? Yep. And then Trom has these people follow him. So it's kind of the same thing. If I can get out there and get on a card in Oregon or get on a card in Washington in one of these brother-sister leagues of another big league, right? The rest is history. They follow us back here to Alaska. We get more battles for our Umbrella Brothers, you know what I mean? Or Umbrella Brothers, you know what I mean?
Umbrella Brothers. I like it.
It's what it is.
So this last night's battle was your fourth or fifth? Third, fourth?
Yeah, on
camera?
Yeah. So in the new era. And like the promo that I did for this battle, I kind of showed that a little bit. So I come from the era of like the beat, like battling on beat, you know what I mean? Like the Scribble Jam days, you know what I mean? The Rap Olympics, the Fight Club, you know what I'm saying? Lions Den, stuff like that, right? So I came from that era. Had some I don't know, y'all are a little bit older, so y'all might. There was a show on VH1 called The White Rapper Show.
Okay,
yeah. Well, because a lot of people.
Was that MC Search?
Yeah. So The White Rapper Show. So there was a guy on there named Just Rhyme, and he finished third in the competition. When he got booted from the competition, he went on his little tour and everything. Well, he came to my campus and thought he was going to do a show. We set up a battle, and I talked to everybody in the faculty and staff because I was really outside battling at that time, and they was like, nah, like, all right, we'll do it. And I was like, I'm not gonna, do nothing like, ignorant or like too aggressive, but like, nah, like he's gonna have to battle in order to perform, and if that's all he wanted to do, that's fine. But it just turned into like a night of battling, and like we got the footage on YouTube and stuff. I showed a clip of that like beforehand, and like so that was kind of like the start for me. But then some things happened in life, unfortunate events. I lost some people and stuff, some family members go to jail, pick up roles for people and stuff like that. Things started to for me things started to shift and everything, and then I moved out here in 2020 and then met Teddy, you know what I mean? And then Kev emails Teddy, and then we see Trom and them outside and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, they got battles out here. We had known about like Phonetic and them and stuff like that, heating them up there in Fairbanks doing the battle and stuff like that. We try to figure out how we get integrated in that, and that's kind of Kev gets Teddy on the what Last Words, I think was the name of it.
Word of the Vice?
No, the Last Words.
Last Words.
Yeah, the first battle at the Vans, the battle for the North First card. Yeah. And that was kind of the rest was history for us in that early 23. But they had been talking, in 22 about that. So, yeah.
Rick, you being from the East Coast in the music scene over there's so many people in that in New York. What is the scene like over there? Is it hard to get in somewhere? I mean, is there?
Always because
dozens of fucking so places crowded to perform. Is it hard to get a spot? Is it
that part? I think is a little bit easier. There's always like some type of showcase going on. There's always some type of venue. There's always a hole in the wall. So we have that advantage of every single corner may have the opportunity or whatever. Even with when I was in PA, some of their battle events in Philly or whatever are in health stores or they're in shops or they're outside of whatever. Like they're not always using strictly just venue type things or whatever the case may be. Yeah, okay. So like where you guys may have the advantage of using a bar or something like that, a lot of places are just a straight up venue. There's no bar in there. There's no extra thing in there. It's literally just for this. This is an event space. Come in here and do something. So there's much more of those type of buildings. Of course, there's a million buildings in New York, Jersey, and all this shit. So there's a lot of opportunity and space to just continuously do that. And there's a million DJs trying to come up and everything, a million promoters and all that. So that's why there's so many things going on at once. But once you get all of those millions, of course, you're going to get a million artists. So now you have people piling on top of each other bro, how do you create?
There's got to be a lot of fish out there.
Like how do you create your own sound? How do you create a reason for me to follow what you're doing versus listening to the other 10 people that are standing next to you? And that's where the hard part comes in. So for me personally, I had to become well-traveled. I was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm not going to say it's too hard to make it out here, but it could be a lot easier if I just take this and put it everywhere else and then bring it back here to the point where now it's so undeniable because you're gonna want to support me, being that you see all you like. Damn, you done brought all those. Where they come from? Well, yeah, let me see what you doing. Oh yeah, now you on the network and kick it. It makes it that much easier.
Yeah, moving around, definitely moving around.
Do you feel that you guys have the same stigma around hip hop shows out there in New York though?
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's why Smack can't throw events like that in New York
They got banned
for the
and stuff,
longest. Yeah, because of like the whole Troy Ave incident with the shooting at the T.I. show and everything like that. So, I mean, and a lot of shows, there's always that tension, or especially in the early days of battle rap in New York or whatever, there wasn't always like security at the door and this, that, and the third. So you really had to stand on business in a sense. Like, you had to be prepared if somebody felt the way about what you said based on going in the event or out the event. It's a lot more friendlier now to where people are able to just be like, all right, man, it's all cool, or whatever the case may be.
Do you
but
feel like it lets you say more of like, do you feel like it lets you talk more shit? I know you personally, so this is
I'm on bullshit.
So for somebody who doesn't know you personally, do you feel like it's easier for you to talk shit now, knowing that there's security there?
Oh, for me personally, no, it wouldn't matter in my case. But I think in a lot of people's position, it makes the environment feel safer as opposed to an uncomfortable situation. Like, again, some people aren't always from quote unquote that lifestyle or that angle of living or whatever the case may be. So you might be a good rapper, you might just have friends that are like that or whatever, but when you get into a real tense environment, now you're like, oh shit, where's
now
the
you ain't saying that.
yeah, I mean, so when you got security and good energy and all that, it feels good to just put on the act in the moment and be like, yeah, shut the fuck up. We're cool, right? Everything's cool. All right, cool. So yeah, I mean,
that fake punch, afterwards you get your ass whipped out back.
Yeah, man, I think it makes it. Hey, man, listen, I've seen a lot of people exit fast.
Yes. We just saw someone exit fast down in Juneau.
Yeah.
We did.
Oh yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We saw someone exit fast down. You exited him. You helped him get out.
Politics, man. Politics, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Somebody said
There was not security at that event.
F somebody, and a lot of that
somebody.
Yeah, a lot of that somebody's friends were there, and like, all right, we got to get you out of here.
Sometimes it's the wrong somebody.
Well, and like to clear it up, like, so like this is the beauty of being able to be like a OG in a sense, and being able to display that. A lot of people will claim to be OGs. A lot of people will say they're mentors to the younger generation, right? So the little homie was supposed to have a battle, okay? His battle dude is local, okay? The dude tells him 72 hours before the battle, not battling.
Okay, so he feels away.
Dude says now 2 weeks prior to that, we find out, get a story that he's on house arrest. We get down there, he's outside. Okay. He's outside playing basketball and everything like that. His homies show up to the battle.
Okay.
So little homie there at the battle and stuff like that, and then he get on stage
feeling away.
But then people start gassing him up. This motherfucker's Strat's in the crowd with him. He gets on stage, yeah, fuck 40, Strat, hell yeah, fuck 40. So he's
Mozu, hardcore nigga.
You feel me?
Yeah,
so
it's one of those moments.
So at this point, he feel like got the homies with him and shit. Kev read the scene, you know what I'm saying? He got like 5 or 6 of his homies there. The homies at this point, it was like a eye contact. All right, break. And they all just spread out to certain parts of the room, pause. So then Kev go find me, and we got a couple other homies in there and shit. So I go in there, whoop-de-whoop, tell people. We tell the homie Reigns, because Reigns was like standing right next to him, you know what I mean? Like Reigns watch him. And then as soon as the performance go over, we get outside. He outside there having a DMX from Belly moment and shit. No, they can't say shit to me. I'm out here. I'm smoking weed inside, brother. Hey, calm down, little homie. You know what I'm saying? Calm down. Look, bro. Well, it's not even that. I'm like, let's rationalize, right? We all out of town. I'm like, so like we outside. No, I start breaking it down. Like, you ain't never been to jail out of town. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, I ain't no extended stay, but like I done had to sit in the drunk tank. You know what I'm saying? That is no fun out of town. On top of that, they done told us before this event start, if we get another fight here, no more battle rap in Juneau. In Juneau, they was gonna do the smack effect. You feel me? So I'm telling him, I'm like I get chills talking about it. I'm like, look, they can talk their shit, say their bitches or whatever. We done sat out here 15 minutes, smoked a blunt. Trop finished the call with his moms, you know, or with his girl, you know what I'm saying? let's go home, let's go back to the Airbnb. So it's one of the moments where it's like it could have got crazy and shit, but rationalizing, having a real OG moment, like, yo, when I was young, we used to do this dumb shit, and this is what happened. We can't go back to places now. We already have enough negative stigma.
And we're trying to bridge the gap between Anchorage and Juneau and Fairbanks.
It's the most difficult. This is not to cut you off. This is one of the most difficult things to sell. You know what I mean? Like it's the wrestling type thing. Like how do you sell this? Oh, I'm about to beat your ass. Fuck your mama. Your family can die and all this shit. Oh, by the way, he's a snitch and he's cheating on his wife and fuck you too. And it's like all these crazy angles and stuff. He's not cheating on his wife, but it's like all these, all these. It's like all these things that battle rap has and stuff like that, and it's like trying to sell that to people without security sometimes, so now the crowd don't feel safe and shit. Oh, the last event there was a fight. It's like there's so many dynamics. So to be able to not allow some stuff like that to happen is like that's the beauty of a great event, in my opinion. The shit that can go wrong that don't. Man, that should be beautiful to me.
I will say honestly, like I feel like that's what separates rookies from vets, right?
Yeah.
Rookies are the ones, in no disrespect, I fucked up on the Juneau radio station, so I'm going to make sure I use that clearly. I don't say no respect, I say no disrespect.
Yeah.
I feel like the rookies are the ones that are quick to jump. Like, they don't understand the politics that have to come with battle rap with it, because, like you said, it is so hard to sell. And if you have the youngins out here still acting a goddamn fool.
But it's rookies that want the keys, right? Because it's not a problem with being a leading scorer on the team. It's not a problem with being the asset and things like that. But like, you have to understand how how the business works.
It's still a business.
You know what I mean? Like there's just a lot of things that at the rookie level you don't know. Even if I'm at a rookie level on the business side of it, I am amazing with my pen. Like I surprised a lot of people that shit don't matter if I don't capitalize with it and understand more of the business. I can't keep just exhausting $5,000-$10,000 on events and stuff like that. We throw events, do this and that, and not get no recoup from it. It's like you got to learn the business and learn how to really, really monetize everything.
I think that is a huge thing. I think there's a huge lack in a business mindset. That is one thing that I truly really appreciate about Kev. I think Kev does show a amazing business mindset. Shout out to Kev, yes. Battle for the North. He shows an amazing business mindset. He looks at everything from a business point of view.
So then, full circle, what word to the wise, and what was the other battle?
The other one.
It's Jesus Christ. He's gonna kill me for this. It's
I don't think it had a real fucking name.
It did. It's
The Clash of the Titans?
No, it's Word to the Wise and
because one's Jacob's League and one was Fanatics League.
Oh, Rhyme Different.
Rhyme Different. Yeah. Thank you. So Kev would have had the fortunate time of being able to see the pros and cons and see how things work, getting feed, as a battler watching. And then when Kev wanted to do a battle and it wasn't available, he reaches out to Too Essential, and Too Essential's like, nah, Jacob's not doing Rhyme Different no more. So then he wanted to start Battle for the North. He had already had an understanding to a degree of what a battle card looks like. He probably had a relationship with some venues by then, because, Battle for the North, he also has his group, with R1, their rap group and everything. So like they're live from the North, So it's the same thing. So he already had an understanding of what throwing a show looked like. Now it's, let's bring this battle component. How do I start to become a host? How do I start to become, all of that?
Okay, so let's ask you, how did you become part of Battle for the North? Where do you and Kevin mix? Pause.
For me, I've been to a lot of different places, so to say. I grew up a military brat, so I moved around, met a lot of different people, and I've been fortunate to be a part of a lot of different hip hop scenes. In the making, some continued to go on to be bigger things, some didn't so much. So some of those people that you meet along the way, you still talk and stuff like that, and it's just you always have I'm over here trying to figure out how to say it, because it's like I don't know, it's not like things like on a bucket list, but it's like checking boxes. Like as a rapper and stuff like that, you get songs, you get features, like you do certain things, but it's like you can't leave certain boxes unchecked. So it's like, for as long as I've been doing music and stuff like that, even if I never had a big hit, like I had my big claim, I had a song with Mims in 2010. So like Mims had a little contest and stuff, and I won that contest, and that was like a little big thing for me.
This is why I'm hot.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
This is why I'm hot, Mims. You know what I mean? So and the song was he did like I said, a contest, and it was called Ram Pam Pam Pam. I don't even know what the title was, but it was it was.
You won that. Is this something over the internet?
Yeah. I won that shit, and then that led to some other stuff. But like I said, some things happened and stuff. So the music thing for me, I was always writing, trying to put out music and stuff like that. But the battle rap stuff was always like in the back of my mind, because for the few like that battle rap clip I talk about, the battling the dude from the White Rapper Show, that shit got 30,000 views. From you know what I mean? Like that's 2006, 2007. That's what I'm saying. It's like, at that time, to accumulate 30, you know what I'm saying, 20, 30,000 views, you was supposed to, all right, you need to go be on a card. Like, you need to
elevate, you
know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, yeah, you make some decisions and stuff like that, and things go the other direction, you know what I mean, Paul? So it's like, when you get that sort of opportunity and just talking and seeing what Kev's really trying to build, it's like, you see so many different places that you had left where that was being built. And it's like, you just kind of, in fruition, just see it, just see it happening. And then you meet other people like, damn, you, okay, damn, Trom, okay, he, and it's people that are willing to travel. So like, when I meet people like Rick, you know what I'm saying, that isn't getting a big check to get out here, sometimes may not be getting a check at all. And it's like, you come out here and put your own everything. That's comforting to know, because you hear some people talk about that shit, and then you hear later like, nah, he had a sponsor, nah, he had this, he had that, like he wasn't really struggling. So it's like, to know people that really got families and shit like that, and really got children like doing it. I don't got family like that. Like, I take care of my mom that got MS, and I help, you know what I'm saying, my sisters and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of siblings. So it's like, I'm fortunate to be in the position I am with time, but at the same time, we know that could be, taken tomorrow. So meeting Kev was kind of just full circle to like getting that opportunity. And the leadership aspect that, like I said, I talk so goddamn much, you know what I mean? Just, yeah. And I don't know if it's martial arts or studying philosophy and stuff like, you know what I mean? It tends to people want to follow, you know what I mean, in a good way. And I have no fucking desire to lead, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a leader, a leader best leads when the people don't know they're being led. So that shit has started kind of worked out for me, and like the relationship that we have with Kev, and it's a good balance, it's a great balance, because Kev's not like a yes man, and Kev doesn't necessarily want it to be just one, just one way, you know what I mean? Pause. So that's why even like reaching out to Heat and Trauma and, trying to figure out how we do this for, league owner thing. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But we know that the four of us can make dope events happen. Even maybe if it's not always Battle for the North type shit, maybe Trom does end up starting his own league or something. Or maybe Trom just branches out and he just does become the umbrella, so to say. No pun, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
then he figures out how to get the out-of-state shit, and we continue to make Battle for the North thrive. Like, there's just so many dynamics, you know what I mean, yeah.
So as of right now, you are a co-owner of...
Oh, yeah.
Co-league owner
yeah,
of
facts.
Battle for the
Facts. And as of right now, it's been discussed that Heat and Trauma are as well. I don't want to be dismissive of that and everything. It's just, there's a lot of things for sure to discuss, you know what I mean, and figure out what it looks like, you know what I mean, because we for sure got, you know what I'm saying, the new Four Horsemen, but like I said, it's what that looks like long term and how it best benefits... Well, and not even so much to work together, just how well it best benefits everybody. Because we were talking about like for the November card, for example, we've already financed like almost 70% of that. You know what I'm saying? And then we get a fucking crazy alley-oop of Marvin Heat. That's like the Rasheed Wallace trade to Detroit when they win the championship that year.
Right.
It's like he only stayed that year, but that's all we need.
Right.
So it's like Teddy's already gonna headline that card. You see the reaction I get in Anchorage. Wait till y'all come to fucking Fairbanks. It's like, yeah, like I get chills, you know what I'm saying? It's like to have Marv and Heat be on that card as well. Heat's got family out there. Heat travels well in Alaska. So it's like so many, you got to try to figure out like, damn, like what is each person, each battle, you know what I mean? What do they bring to that card? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to figure out, the dynamics of what best benefits people. Maybe sometimes Trom's just a host. Maybe sometimes we're here just using up all his wifey's hotel rooms. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to figure out what it looks like at the time, because Tron was exhausted for this event. Like, let's all be honest. Like, he was exhausted. A lot of this, I don't know
I was amazed he was able to get all his bars out.
I don't know the dynamics of all the behind the scenes shit, but like, I do know that he did put a lot of effort and a lot of money was spent out of his pocket. And at the end of the day, we only lost 4 battles, and 3 of those battles were because the other battler, let's be clear about that. It was the other battler. And Marvin Heat being one of those. There was miscommunication on logistics.
Yeah.
So, like, Marvin Heat was paid for. Flight and everything. Let's don't get it fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, I know that there's going to be a lot of confusion, and I got a lot of love for Michi, too. I don't want it to come off as hate or disdain towards him. He gave me a big opportunity on his card as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Me and this man, right? Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? I met him through a Michi card. So, I don't want to confuse that as well. It's just there's a lot of talk out there right now, a lot of shit, and, you know what I'm saying? Tron put in a lot of effort for this. He put in a lot, you know what I'm saying? Yourself put in a lot, Mike, you know what I'm saying, help. Like, it's just a lot of people help for this. I don't want that to be overshadowed. It takes a lot for these events to happen.
When you got so many moving parts and pieces to a train, it's hard to make it all come together, especially when you got a deadline.
Yes, there was one battle that I feel like we fumbled collectively, and that happens with events. So it's like all the stigma behind what happened in the fucking group chat and all this Michi doing his lives and stuff like that, like all the confusion and what is and isn't happening. I just want to get that out there to the audience and let y'all know, like, yo, we really only lost 1 battle. Like the other 3, shout out to the homie Jace, you know what I'm saying? He had some personal shit going on, you know what I mean? Greg had some personal shit going on last minute, you know what I'm saying? The fucked up, you know what I'm saying? The finances and shit. So it's like, these battles weren't just on Trom's head. Like, I want the people to know that shit. Like, there's a lot of shit behind the scenes. Trom's a big dreamer. He wants more for us sometimes than what the fuck we want. I didn't know if I was ready for Don. I you know what I'm saying? Like, I told myself I was my material. I thought it sounded like it.
Hell yeah.
But when you standing in front of Lou, when you standing in front of, like, I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Demi is not Don. Kobe is not Lou. Like, what the fuck we talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like you feel like you is, you know what I'm saying? But you could do all that 8 Mile rapping in the mirror shit until you get out there. Thanks. And then you gotta react. The crowd give you that vibe. The crowd give you that love. They treat him like he from Alaska. You hear how they cheer for him when they got there? It's like, you gotta give that energy back to the crowd.
Come on,
man. Rick has a lot of love up here.
Hell yeah.
Between, I think, him, Rico, and Yogi, they have a lot of love out here.
I told him New York gonna turn this into the new Buffalo. They're not gonna go up north. They're gonna go. You said they're gonna go north.
We're going north, man.
So when it comes down to battle rap as a whole in the world, who's your top 5? Who do you get your influences from? Who inspired you to start rapping? Battle rapping.
Battle rapping for sure. I mean, Lux, and I mean it's kind of probably like I mean we could do the 8 Mile stuff, you know what I mean, and everything like that. Like but seeing the Lux and Mook was like 06, 07. Like I think I see that like on YouTube.
Yep.
It's like seeing that on YouTube, and it's like you're battling, freestyling people. Like the real influence, I don't want to say like that made me want to start battle rapping. Like probably want to make me start battle rapping, probably like my Uncle Ed. Like when you grow up, like if you from the, you know, like if you from the culture, if you from the era, like 80s, 90s, whatever, like you got people that was outside doing that shit. Like my mentor, Darkman, he had a group back in the day called Mid Wicked. Mid Wicked dissolves, and one of those people go on to manage Do or Die, and the other person goes on to manage Rick Jilla, who's one of the biggest local artists out of Indiana. So it's like you be my mentor. I get chills. Like God rest his soul. My mentor's best friend Will. They're a part of a songwriting team for Tony Braxton. They got songwriting credits and shit with for Jaheim, D'Angelo. Like just the shit that I was able to grow up around. Like I smacked myself. Pause. Like I'm supposed to really be sitting in some big podcast setting. Like I'm supposed to have music writing credits and shit, not just a stupid fucking single with Mims and a couple of outside battles. Now it's like I'm dismissive of it. You know what I mean? But it's like
I'm mad at myself.
Yeah, because it's like that like at the end of the day, like that's all we have is time, and like if you piss off any of that shit, like you can't get that shit back. And like all my tattoos and shit, most of my tattoos, all the music notes all represent people. I got 4 real RIP tattoos. Was at 30 funerals before I was 30 years old. So like I just started putting music notes, you know what I'm saying, to represent each person. Like I get chills talking about this shit, but it's like you just have so many opportunities that you know that you know what I'm saying, you didn't. So like these you just try to make the most of, you know what I'm saying, as much as possible. So that when I see the Lux at that time, it's like I could really
Lux
do
is
this.
nice too.
But it's like seeing that, right? And I'm just battling the dude that I battled and shit's like you see this, like, okay, we really about to do some smack DVD. We really about to go to the next level with the shit. So it's like seeing Lux do that shit. Lux got to be in there. Daylight is for sure in there. The way that I write.
So sad at Apollo. Go ahead, keep
Yeah, no, well, and even with that, you still get, like, if you understand what he was doing with the breaking down the alien with all the biblical stuff, yeah, like,
Me and you talked after
yeah,
the
like,
battle, yeah.
there's a lot of so, like, Lux, Daylight for sure, one more from the old era, and I actually got to see Solo do some, like, a Lion's Den type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, Solo's on the list for me, which a lot of people wouldn't think, but crazy, huge Solo fan.
He's got his own pocket. There ain't another battle rapper out there who rap like him.
Yeah. The most electrifying. Yeah. That's my. I fuck
you got three so far.
Yeah, 3 from the new era. Someone who influenced me, and it probably is. And people can say what the fuck they want, but it's like white people see some white people doing shit, they start hating on them or whatever. Nah, I'm telling you, this shit be superpowers. Like, the same way, like, a brother see a brother doing some shit, it's like, yo, like, we feed off this shit.
Facts.
When I really seen A Ward in 15, 16, 17, like, that man, yeah, next level shit. Like, even seeing him out here, being able to see him rap was dope. Being outside, being able to converse with him and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, meeting your mentor like that, giving you that superpower is why Don got, the smack that he got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, sometimes it's dope because sometimes you do meet, like, I don't want to say heroes, but sometimes you do meet people that you revere like that, and they're not assholes. They're not fucking dickheads. They're not, pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying?
He's a very approachable, very, he's a decent human.
And then the fifth person, you know what I'm saying, is Verb, A Verb, you know what I'm saying? When I was living...
met him at Apollo.
So much, and I know how he feel about white people, but it is what it is. Most of the people that I'm a fan, well, no. So like the funny thing is that so like when I lived in St. Louis, I was actually out there when the Mike Brown stuff was happening. I marched and stuff out there, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy and everything out there. Was actually on Ferguson Hot Talks radio, you know what I'm saying, talking to. So it's like the circle of people, you know what I'm saying, that I was out there with was really tapped in and stuff like that. So Verb obviously was very, involved in the community. Hitman was very involved at that time. So I didn't meet them at that time, but I'm sure, like, if I was able to sit and have conversations with them, like, like, I was over here, I was over there with them. Like, one of my best friends, shout out to Gary, you know what I'm saying? He shoots videos for, like, Murphy Lee shoots videos for Chingy and shit like that. St. Louis is a real tight-knit community and shit like that. I've done shows out there with Murphy Lee. My homeboy Gage done hella shows out there. So that's a real tight-knit community, but Verb for sure would be the fifth one. Yeah.
All right, Rick, who's your 5? That inspires you.
Shit.
Who's got them bars?
I mean, I was watching battle rap from, like, the Lux Mook era or even the Grind Time era. I was super into Grind Time at one point. Like, I thought Grind Time was the shit, and I really liked people like Roan at that time, or I don't even think Sharon was battling. Who the
your
fuck?
Style, not to cut you off, I would never have thought.
I wouldn't have thought that either. Those are the names you immediately
No,
mentioned.
man, I was like, their styles were so dope, especially in that era, and the way they were like creating shit, or the way they would flip shit. Even somebody like a Ilmac or something, where it's just like, no matter how many times you might feel like, oh man, yeah, I don't know how he gonna win this. It's just like, fuck, Il can rap his ass off, bro. Jesus.
When you get to them, the mad flexes, like, you start naming,
it's just like, fuck, man. It's hard to do stuff with those type of people.
Jesus.
Like, yeah, I mean, so I really admire them. I mean, on the opposite end, ours, when I started deciding to, like, actually battle and everything, I was looking at Sean Surf and Tay Rock, to be honest. Like,
Fire Pigs.
Those are the people who, because I was already doing music or whatever, when I thought of whatever, if I'm not making a song for a chick or whatever, my usual aggression style, my usual regular writing style or whatever, on a freestyle or something like that, I'm like, okay, if I transfer this into battle rap, who does this I would probably sound like this. Say no more or whatever. So it made it easier. And then my first couple of battles, I got those comparisons from other people. It wasn't like I tried to write like that on purpose. It was just, that's the way my flows or my styles came off. Especially, I used to rap more rapidly. Thank God for Heat. Me doing a 2-on-2 with Heat slowed my pace down all the way. So prior to that, everything was just da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, yeah, I wouldn't slow down. I wouldn't even wait for people to react to me. It's like, as you're reacting, I'm still rapping through it the whole time. or whatever. So they used to be like, yeah, man, you want to catch So all it's just aggression and rapping. That's when I used to hear the K-Sean thing a lot, or whatever the case may be. And I was like, okay, cool. I like that.
I can see that.
Cool beans. Yeah. And so then I started trying to build off that. But now it's more so of trying to find like my own lane, hone into it, get more comfortable with things like that. I still feel like there's a lot of things that I can work on and improve on. But I like the trajectory I'm on right now.
Yeah, you're in a good pocket.
I do too. I think I messaged you that a couple weeks ago. I told you I can see the growth in you from 2021 until now. It's amazing. The growth is amazing. I want to see how far you go with it.
Thank you, man. So
when I look into battle rap, or when I go to an event, I'm looking for aggression. I'm looking for bars. I'm looking for a couple of jokes.
Facts.
Yeah. I need. That's the balance I'm looking for. I need a bigger chunk of bars, 65% of bars. Then I need 10, 15% of jokes, not a lot of jokes, not all jokes, but just more bars and aggression is what I'm looking for.
And that's why, like, I don't know what did or didn't happen to A1. Like, not, and I say that respectfully, like, because I was joking earlier. I was like, A1 went AWOL. Like, we don't, I guess he hasn't gotten back to Trom. Like, last Trom had heard was his flight got delayed. Thought he was getting on the flight, that everybody else's flight was delayed, on like when Don and everybody showed up on the delayed flight, but then he wasn't on that flight. So I felt really felt for Strat. Pause. Like, that was someone, and I say that because we all know the crowd last night was not the crowd for all the jokes like Strat and Glenn and everybody like to do. Yeah. So he said that, he said each round he had between 3 and 4 minutes of material. So it's like he was already rapping over the time. Like, Strat said, I got some shits, and like I was looking so forward to that.
Yeah.
But then his opponent, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I know he gonna have an even bigger chip on his shoulder for the Trauma battle, and that's another reason why I'm looking forward to him and Trom's battle, because knowing that Trom, like I said, is invested, you know what I'm saying, now in Battle for the North, the old stigma that maybe Trom doesn't take his opponent seriously, or maybe Trom doesn't respect these guys, and that's why he's choking in battles and stuff. Well, it's like, if he's invested and your name's on the league too, I think that you get a different Trom, you know what I mean, no matter the opponent going forward. So
yeah, I think that's gonna be a good matchup, him versus Strat. I was surprised.
I was about to say that I'm interested in a style clash from their angles and the way they write, or what they're possibly going to say. I'm just like, this should be interesting.
On that new card too, Trop's on the top, the main event there, and he's getting random.
On,
man. I'm about to say, I'm gonna.
And I'm like,
down real quick.
Yeah, that part. Yeah.
I was highly impressed with Trop. I saw him battle Don and Juno in February, and he's good.
He's got a lot of potential.
So Ego Death is gonna have Low Key to Aphid. Shout out to Low Key, man. Low Key's wild ass. Low Key to Aphid versus Sickly Stuff. I'm not familiar with the Sickly Stuff. Yes, I am. Sickly Stuff is Tyler. I don't know Tyler's last name. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you, Sickly Stuff. You're going to have to do a lot more than the bullshit you be sending to my DMs and shit, pause, because that shit is trash. Like, that shit is hot garbage. What this motherfucker say? Yeah, I seen your backwoods. They look like backyards. I was like, I'm dead ass serious. I can show you like that. I can't make this shit up. Like, it was, Tyler, bro, I'm exposing you right now, so hopefully you get better. Because I tell you right now, Low Key is gonna kill you if that's the case, because, He got a lot better too, but he could do his bullshit he rapped against Terra in the breaking the ice shit, and it'll fuck this dude up. The next battle is Goddess Sig and Silent. Silent's another one from the Breaking the Ice event, and Goddess Sig was the one that battled Miss T on the last card as well. Goddess Sig had a good performance on that.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He did a hell of a lot better than I thought he would.
That part. So hopefully we get that Goddess Sig on this card as well, and not no bullshit. Silence had a real good showing in his first performance as well. To be honest, he was the only other person that actually rapped on that damn first card the night when I breaking the ice, when I lied on my application. Told Kev I had never battled before and shit. I felt bad. Well, no, so we're gonna run back. So hold on. So before I go further on this too, so no bullshit. Because me and Low Key are homies, that was the battle I was trying to get first. Just because we were homies, it wouldn't have been what I did. This dude told Kev, nah, I want the best rapper available. I know I'm ready. I'm all of this and that, yada yada. Kev was like, all right, Brad, I'll be honest. I think you're the best rapper, so do you mind battling him? I'm like, oh, that's what he said? all right, fuck that. All right, yeah, I'm ready. And that's why I did what I did. Because I don't know if anybody's seen that first battle of mine. If you haven't, go watch it. Because I spoke. Break the ice? Yeah, I spoke to that little kid Soul, and he deleted his Instagram after that, and he hasn't battled since. I thought he was gonna come back and battle on this card.
That's KID, right?
Yeah, KID. I thought he was gonna come back and battle on this card, but he didn't. Now, I'm not trying to talk maliciously about the kid neither, like, to clear the air and stuff, like, so, like, after the battle, I thought we was cool, you know what I mean? Like, battle's over, yada, yada, you know, good shit. Oh, I know you didn't get your rounds out the way you wanted to, you know. Facts. But, you know, there'll be a next time. I give my review of the battle. I realized that my review of the battle was a little harsh, and he probably could have taken it, you know, the wrong way. Pause. So like, I had all the jokes about him being feminine and gay and all this, and you know, I collect toll even when a ferry's crossing and all of this shit. So when I give the review, because his third round, he was like, "Fuck it, I am gay. I don't have any friends." But like, no, but like he
what?
After two rounds of me beating your ass, pause with all of these angles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then he just goes the Eminem route. I'm like in my review, I'm like, yo, I had 5 rounds for this kid. No pun, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I had 5 rounds for him. I'm like, if you kick it off with that, because he rapped first. Mm-hmm. If you kick it off with, I bet he's gonna say I'm gay because my hair's this and all of that. My first, you know, I mean, my first round, I can't even use half the material. It changes. Yeah. And now I got to decide, maybe I just kick it off with the person around first. Like, so, but it's like, I say that, but the way I say it, yo, if he would have kicked it off with that gay shit, I'm a faggot, and he's like, oh, that's what he thinks of me? So he takes it personally, and then we get in another internet argument and shit, and then he gets off the internet and the rest, yeah. But genuinely, it's battle rap shit. And that's what me and Kev was trying to convey to him, like, bro, if you want to fucking battle, you know what I mean? Like, you got to understand what the fuck this is. This ain't you rapping at lunch with your homies. This ain't, you know what I'm saying, wild style time. This ain't wilding out. Like, this ain't that, bro.
I don't want to cut you off, but I do want to say, like, can we on here right now just say, like, we need a disclaimer. You need to understand that if you're going to be in battle rap, you have to be able to troll, take people trolling you. There's no room for feelings.
No, or be able to fight and be willing to punch me in my fucking face. Yes. Why you think I lost 3 teeth? Yes. And why you think I still, this the fucking scar. I got a partial, I could wear that shit. I make $100,000 a year. I go to the dentist every year and they say there's nothing wrong with the integrity of my fucking jawbone. Pause. Yeah. So I don't give a fuck to get teeth. And I'm dead ass. Use all the puns you want. Because I got all types of flips when I want to do them. Yeah. Don's really wasn't that creative. And I did the Karate Kid rebuttal that was way doper. But not to digress.
A sidekick.
Yeah.
Do you plan for that?
Yeah.
And then every battle, you're like, I know they're going to talk about my mouth.
Yeah.
So you always just have rebuttals for that?
Yeah. And so like.
Probably easy for you.
And then, like, to be honest, I gauge it by, like, if the material is good enough for me to respond to the shit. Because some of the shit is weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's weak, yeah, but some of the shit, you know what I mean?
If you're like, okay.
Or if you just keep going back to it, pause. Like, if you're going to have a whole round about me being too, like what they do to fucking JC and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're going to do a whole round, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fat Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to do shit like that. Charlie lost a little more weight. It's like, those type of things, maybe I have some bars to, you know, respond with more at that time. But normally, like Glenn had like a good 8-10 bars about this shit. So that's when I kicked it off with the whole, you know, you got to smile good enough for the both of us, you know, and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, you know, I know I've been missing teeth, you know what I'm saying? But he been, you know, missing the gym and that shit since his wife left.
Yeah.
And all of that shit. So it was like if you want to, not like if you want to be stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be stupid too, but I gauge it on the material more, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, if it's worth your rebuttal or not.
I feel like the more recent battlers, no disrespect, I feel like they don't understand, like, the dynamic behind battle rap. Like, people's feelings get hurt too often, and they don't understand, like, you're being trolled. That's part of battle rap.
Even in wrestling, right? Like, even like though it stays, like, people really get hurt. There's stories where it's like wrestlers will tell you, like, yo, this dude crossed the line and I had to really fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, he really got a black eye, really broke his nose in this shit.
It's called a receipt.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? 100%. Talk that shit, yeah.
It's called a receipt.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like there's moments where it's like stuff is still brought up 20, 30 years later, but it's like the thing, like it happened, you know what I'm saying? So it's like either you're the guy that crashes out over your baby mama or something in the streets over some battle rap shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Or you address it, get ahead of the shit, pause, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you fighting over that shit in the ring for real. Cause like there's just not that many other options. Cause I don't know how many ill stories I heard. Shout out to the brother Trauma, right? Shit happens to Traum. Traum could have let the internet shit get to him and end up crashing out over the shit. No. He waits until he battles arguably the biggest battle rapper in the fucking world, you know what I'm saying? And uses his stage. Let me tell y'all what really fucking happened.
Yeah.
And use the first fucking 45 seconds to a minute of that battle to address the shit. It's like, that's how you do the shit. And if anybody else want to talk about the shit, I got something for y'all too, pause. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to move accordingly while you're in this, or you're going to fuck yourself up. Like, you're going to end up with more detriment to your own self than anything.
I think Tron was expecting Charlie to bring that up, but afterwards when I sat down with Charlie, he was like, I don't know what the hell that first part was, because I'm not.
Was confused.
He was like, I'm not a real personal battle rap kind of guy. So I mean, I don't know what that was. He's not the type of
person to do the research. Like something has to stumble upon him, or you have to make it an angle. And I said that that might have changed the trajectory of it if Tron raps first. And kicks
that was my other question.
Then it leaves it open for Charlie to now respond.
So I'm glad you said that. Not because I'm glad you said that, because when we was riding back to the hotel, Charlie immediately deaded the shit. Cause like he asked him that, right? He asked him like, "Hey, look, why'd you do that shit?" And Tron could have told him any story. You know what I'm saying? Like it was bullshit, yada yada. Charlie said he didn't even know about what happened at the Atlanta event.
Correct.
He wasn't even familiar with the shit, right?
With it.
And then he took it as far as saying that, yo, if you would have rapped first and I heard that shit, I could have been on some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I do this, I do that. But he was like, I don't even stoop that low. He said that's why even I started the battle with, your baby mama did this, and then I went to the end of the battle.
And he said I was playing.
I'm playing.
Like, nah, that ain't even it. That's not real.
Because he's not trying to break up no homes. He ain't trying to leave nothing out there for question and shit like that. None of that shit. So it's like, that shit is dope to me, because some people, the Arsenals of the world, the Big K's, they don't care.
Yeah,
they don't care.
Is there ever a line, or is there a line that you don't cross? That you like, I'm not gonna.
So I'm not gonna ever say the N-word in a battle, because like I really have black family, like blood. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll never cross that fucking line ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna use I'm not gonna ever use anybody's racial derogatory term. You know what I'm saying? Like in that sense, like I don't. That's not me per se, like in my style and what I do. I think I could be offensive like I was to Don in a lot of other ways, you know what I'm saying, and still do what I do, you know what I'm saying, without all that shit. But for me, it's mainly that. And outside of that, I don't really have a line that I care if other people do or don't cross, because like it's battle rap for me. But like for me, it's mainly that. Now, I probably wouldn't talk about children either, but like for Glenn, for example, I don't like to rap about that weird shit. When Glenn tried to make me out to be a pedophile, I thought the only way that I could assassinate his character without saying, no, I'm not a pedophile, you're the pedophile, was make him out to be like a sheep fucker, like, because he looked like he might be in a barn, and I feel like I articulated that very well. But like I said the same thing about the Glenn battle. I had 6 rounds for Glenn, because I thought Glenn was going to talk about way more shit than what he talked about. I was kind of disappointed.
Over prepared.
Yes.
Yeah, not to cut you off. I'm sorry. Just I keep hearing you say like 6 rounds, 5 rounds. I
like to, and it's not even necessarily that maybe I do or don't intend on using the material. I like to write so much, you know what I mean? Like Michi joked about it on his live when he was talking about trauma and stuff. He was like, when I first met the motherfucker, the reason why I believed in him so much is because all he does is fucking rap. He was like, kind of weird. That's the joke at Trauma, trying to, jab or whatever. But he was like, that's all he do. Like that motherfucker was on his shit. On the way here. Yeah, the Pennsylvania boy. Bro, the whole way here.
Time on the phone with Trauma knows that you are going to hear at least one song while you are on that phone call.
Come on, man.
Yeah. But yeah, there's
Is there anything off lines for you? Like, is there like a line that you will not cross in a battle? Things you don't touch?
I don't do like research on people to that extent.
To find something to expose them about?
Do surface things like, cool, I'll just click your Facebook, I'll click your Instagram. Whatever is surface is what I can make an angle of. Okay, cool. So, example, I had an opponent in Pittsburgh. And wasn't really familiar with him, looked at a couple of battles. Okay, this your rap style, cool, we could talk about that. This is how you look, cool, we could talk about that. When I clicked his Facebook, in the bio said non-binary. And I'm like, oh.
Interesting.
Okay, we can talk about that.
Interesting.
Like, I don't have to
That's
research and make even inside of like my whole second round where I was flipping and going into it or whatever. I think I even made like a gesture towards oh, you probably like that because your uncle touched you or whatever. Like, now I'm just making up things. I don't personally know this. I didn't go digging in your past. I'm literally just trying to paint a picture of why. But then I pulled a Charlie in a sense, because at the end, towards the end of the round, I said, nah, my bad. You not gay for real. You a Pittsburgh nigga. You stay with Still. Like, but, you know, let's not even go there anymore. Cool beans. So
that was fun.
It's really one of those things of, I don't feel the necessary need to go so far in your past and figure out if you and your mom had a broken relationship, did your sister OD and all that. Like that, I feel like there's certain limits to winning a battle. If you really need to do all of that, I don't even think you're trying to win the battle at that point. Like, you literally just want to disrespect the shit out of whoever you're in front of and deal with those consequences, bro. Like,
I was just gonna say, it was A-Word that told me. I was talking to him one day and he had told me that when you are as big as, you know, like him and Marv and Big K and all them, like, you don't do research like that. You're really not spending your time doing research.
It's all surface level. Half of them don't even have the time to watch us.
Yes, it is surface level research. It's just, you know, or stuff that may just inadvertently drop in their fucking lap. Like, they're gonna go ahead and use it. They're gonna verify it and then use it. Yeah, if it's dropped in their lap, but they don't research their opponent. So they're not doing like history on them.
A lot of the shit too is just that people are so sloppy that like a lot of the same bitches was fucking all the battle rap dudes. So it's like the whole angle on Mike P's wife is like, unfortunately
the pillow talking goes through the pipeline.
Like some of that shit do be true. You know what I mean? It's like when he brings Cortez up there and shit, it's like it's cringy and shit. But it's like, god damn, Clips,
that's
like, that's the reality. Like, unfortunately, that's your girl. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
the reality of the life.
Yeah.
When you guys get a battle in, is it easier or harder for you to do 3 1-minute rounds or 3 minute?
You got it,
3
like,
or 5 minute.
I don't know how he does.
rounds.
Like the 1 round shit to me is like crazy. Like the way that, like,
I don't know how you
obviously
get it off in 1 round.
Well, it's like obviously like doing like a 5 or 6, 7 minute round. You like when I battled Jeer and I only had 3 minutes. Like that's how I felt the whole time. Like I'm like, I got so much fucking. This is.
It's kind of like limiting you into where you're. So.
Do you feel like it hinders you as a battle rapper? Do you feel like the 1 round?
Well, no. For me. To be honest, I just love to run around this because it's kind of like, all right, let's get out of here. Cool beans. Like, just let go of it. Like, because I don't rap with a time limit. I rap in an aggression way of like, you're gonna have to stop me, or I just ran out of shit that I wanted to say to you. But you might tell me like, yeah, man, you know it's 3:34 or whatever the case may be. I'll be like, all right, cool.
And you know who was a really who's a huge offender of running over time?
Who's
me? No, well, you yap like a motherfucker, but no, Yogi.
Yeah, Yogi don't care. Yogi don't care about a time limit. Yogi is just going to rap. But that's a dot mob.
It's a dot mob thing. Shout out to Mook. Hell yeah.
If you ever pay attention to Mook, Rex, any of them, they're not stopped. Mook does not stop. Rap, you have to stop him.
You may need to join like Club Grad over here, because what he does is when I am not educated on something, he will literally send me.
I'll send her links, bro.
Like, you need to watch this.
So we were in a group chat talking, and like she was more familiar with Antic Daylight. She got the quill, right?
So you didn't know the rap.
So like we were literally talking in the group chat like, oh, somebody got to show her the quill. She was like, quill? I was like, I got you, sis. I got you. So then I sent her a battle. I'm like, this is the quill we're talking to. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I know.
So like
it's random message from Brad that it's gonna be some link.
Some homework.
Full circle. Yeah.
So say no more. Yeah. So we got to send you the Dot Mob playlist so you can understand why Yogi is molded, because he's molded by that camp. Like he's his own person, but Dot Mob trains like the fucking military when it comes to rapping.
I'm gonna send you the Mook and Tay Rock battle. So when Mook, so Mook's, it's like the second or third round, but it's like fucking like 5 or 6 minutes long. Like he well raps over the time, but Tay Rock looks like he's about to cry when Mook gets in his little serious bag.
The Mook and Tay Rock battle gets bad.
Yeah, is that the one you sent me, Mook and Ars?
That was recently on Calico's League.
That's another one.
But even then, both of them clearly rapped over whatever fucking time limit was there. And
I see people looking at their watch last night when Yogi was going though. That's why I was like, damn it, Yogi.
Well, to build on that, they need to do a better job of this is a 1 round. battle.
Making sure you establish that.
Because I think people will start to associate with, oh, so when they rap 3 rounds, maybe the 1 round is going to be close to that time.
Correct.
Yes.
Then at least, even if they don't like it, they're not fucking doing this. They get it.
You're customized and used to like, okay, this is gonna be
Yeah,
that long.
one
It's
round,
gonna be
6 minutes each.
long-winded.
Yeah.
Announce it.
Announce. I think it should be announced. The other thing, I just want to laugh about for a second because literally, like, I died internally when they had me and Kev up on the mic trying to get people to come up.
No one's listening to you, motherfuckers.
Nobody
little kid voices, bro. You cannot have.
Get up here, everyone! Stand up
Mom
here.
said,
"You guys want to come on the stage, please?
Please come.
Anybody?"
Here.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
It was so bad. Like, I literally looked at Kev. I said, Kev, how the hell did it gonna have the 2 people with the little kid voices in the building? And be like, hey, get everybody up here.
Big personalities, man.
I saw this interview with Tay Rock, and he was like, when they tell you the 3 minute limit, that's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a
That's the
sense,
bare minimum.
That's
Yeah.
letting you know that
All
this
over,
is
yes.
where you can. Again, in my mentality, you have to stop me, especially because I don't know what you're about to say to me.
So you're notorious for going over 2 then, is what you're saying.
Why not?
I'd never
Why not?
wrapped at a
You're gonna
time
go
limit.
until
Unless
somebody
it's
stops
even
you.
in a tournament form. There's like tournaments I've been in that's on YouTube where
They got to stop you.
yeah, you can hear them yelling
Stop
over
me.
me rapping, Rick, time. And I'm like, oh,
Look at my
cool.
last 4, yo. Look at my
Yeah, I'm not even
still trying
saying
to
last 4. I'm still
I
just
still rap
rapping.
it.
Fuck it, I'm gonna just get it out. Somebody gonna hit
love
his
that
bar.
shit.
Like,
I see you like when you grabbed the water from me last night, and then you like went back, and I was like, there was no like breaking you at all. Like you literally.
no, I really
grabbed
didn't
water
even
like,
want to
wow.
grab that water. Like I felt like it was breaking momentum for a second, but I was like, bro, I have cotton mouth like hell up here, and I don't want to stumble over the next word because I feel like that's what usually happens. You get so far in your brain, your mouth gets dry, all of this shit happens, and now you're like, wait, what was I about to say?
Yeah.
Oh damn! And now you're trying to find it, so I'm like, yeah,
You're
nah.
too busy thinking about the goddamn cotton mouth. Now you jumped
Yeah,
up
man, you
bars.
feel me? And I didn't like in my opening, I left off a bar or whatever, so that made me like stumble into the next bar. So now I had to restart something. So I felt like I started sloppy to begin with. So I didn't want to lose any momentum after that. Where he still hasn't fucking rapped to me. I don't know what he's about to do. No, nigga, I need all of the firepower I can right now.
Yeah, you're in crunch time.
When the quarter gets flipped and it hits the floor, when you write, do you wish to go first, or do you want to go second?
I have an intro for both.
That's fire.
That's just me.
So
though.
you got your pockets of your rounds, but in case you go first, you're like, I got this set up.
It just be like it just normally it's just like a 4, you know what I'm saying? Cause like normally like it could still, cause like that's my problem is that, and Trom helped me with this too. Like not like Brad write like this, but like hearing them punch more and like hearing different people punch and shit like that. It helps me more when I write because that was a fear that a lot of my friends had when I went back to battle rap was that I was going to be, I don't know if you heard my music.
Yep.
I'm super fucking technical.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot different than your actual battle rap.
That's what I was going to say. So like I have moments of that, but I do my best to balance it because like I have like, I was shown like, so like if you listen to Feel Rich, right? Feel Rich, the last 8 bars on the second verse is literally 9 syllables for 8 bars.
Hard.
So it's like anybody who fucking writes to have, you know what I'm saying, 9 bars match, or 9 syllables match up for fucking 8 bars is fucking so it's if I did that in battle rap, nobody, I don't want to say nobody, like people like Rick, like people that listen would get it.
Yeah, they're
but it's
tuned in.
like,
It's gonna go over the basic people's heads.
and when you write like that, I don't want to say I don't care who you are, but like people who say like, oh bro, I wrote this fucking 10 multi-syllable, 5 quadruple entendre in 10 minutes. No, the fuck
lost.
you didn't, bro. You didn't. You know what I'm saying? You waste so much time writing schemes like that and layering stuff so many ways, so much word association.
Correct.
To where it's like you waste so much time on that to where when you give that energy to the crowd and it's not there at times,
It takes something out of you.
yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't want to risk that because I had those moments in the kid battle to where I wrote, and like Trom, Heat, Spain, and a couple other people, right after the battle, they knew immediately where my trajectory was. But for a lot of other people, my first round is just punch heavy, punch crazy. Like I have probably like 5 or 6 moments in a row. Second round had like 3 moments. Third round was more like, and It was kind of like like when the Mook and Tay-Rock shit, like the crowd's just not reacting. The people that understand what's happening, but some people just think I'm being mean to him at this point.
Correct.
Right.
And it's like, y'all don't really understand rap. And like that for me started to take the wind out of it because I'm like, there's so many fucking triple and quadruples here that like I'm doing with words and shit. You know what I'm saying? There's so many like.
It messes it up when you have to explain it.
Yeah.
It's more so like, no, I pieced this together for you guys to get it and appreciate it. So now, fuck, you don't get it? No.
I had a whole.
Got to get the playback.
I had a whole Tribe Called Quest scheme where I went through and talked about all their albums and talked about, us being from the suburbs. How about I give you an intro of Excursions? And like, I just go through everything. And then I end it with, I'm saying, talking to you like this, I'm saying? Like, how about I lower the end in theory? Like, everything that I was doing, you just see like Heat and Trauma's react but it's like so many other people out there just.
I have no idea what the fuck.
I don't have no fucking idea. My whole outfit was literally a tribute. You know what I'm saying? To try how colorful I was and everything. Like, I'm literally a ode to hip hop at that point. But it's like you don't understand what's happening if you don't not part of the culture and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a dangerous game to play when you're getting ready to battle. Like,
you have to hope somebody gets it. And also it's a crowd caterer. That's another thing I'm learning from traveling a lot of just like every crowd isn't the same.
No.
Some crowds don't give a fuck about your gun bars or your personals or whatever. Like they enjoy the jokes. They enjoy the good charisma and the personality and all that stuff like that.
I will say, like, I think up here a lot of us enjoy the jokes. They enjoy the good personality. That's what like the gun bars aren't gonna get you far up here. I really do.
Sometimes the references get lost on people with that, where it's just like, and I got a 42 to 7, and they're just like, you have.
I think it has a lot to do with because guns are so common here in Alaska. Like, it's legal. We have I have a gun. Everybody has a gun. Like, it's always on you. Like
cowboys, Wild West.
We live Wild West. Like,
cowboy shit.
It's so normal for people to have, like, somebody said Kel-Tec last night, and I was like, oh, I got my Kel-Tec at home. Like, it's so normal.
Hey, Brad, you just start thinking about going to Walmart or something real quick. It's not.
So, but then when I was at Apollo, people like lost their minds over the gun bars, and I'm like, but that's a normal gun for me. Like, the hell?
It's different crowds, different. But also the environment isn't just reacting to the gun. It's reacting to how the scenario was based, how we used it in that scenario and all that. So again, it's form-fitting who it does. It doesn't say like, all right, well, there aren't certain hoods in Alaska that don't have these type of situations, but maybe those people aren't at the battle. So they're not understanding the reference of how the fuck you even got here or why this makes sense in the first. Oh, you 7-6 out him and then he laid down. Yeah, that was cute. All right, get to the back. But you fat. Oh my God.
Boom, crowd goes wild.
Jesus Christ, he's killing.
I was telling him, we just had a conversation, me and P. Rock the other day, and I was like, bro, I don't understand like how people's mind work, because like I see something, he shared something on Facebook the other day. This shit got more likes than anything I have ever seen. And I was like, that is the dumbest shit in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So look,
the algorithm's just weird.
Yeah.
So to build on the audience part of it, so like Don, when you're at Apollo, right? Mm-hmm. We counted. There was at least 13 different battlers that made bad news references.
Absolutely.
So Don gets here. Now, the 12 of us that are battling
that we knew, we reacted.
We knew. So I'm not even gonna lie. I had a whole Don, about Don being a fake coyote. Like, he's a whole, you're a clone giving bad news, crying. This baby Joker lying. He dreadlocks, so we still don't trust you, even in future sightings. So, but it's like, I knew that you would get. How many people out here listen to Future that's gonna know we still don't trust you? How many people are gonna get the dreadlock? Gonna get the whole coyote reference? Get the clone and bad news.
Yeah.
So when Don did it in his first round and the crowd didn't react, I'm glad, because that was the intro. If I rap first, that was my fucking intro.
So it gave
so
you
okay,
let me clip this real quick.
You have to be privy to the knowledge of the bad news situation in order to
I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
So it's a battle rapper that
allegedly,
it's a battle rapper that has
it's on
some,
paper. I don't know this.
On him for being involved in a case where he got shot, and he pointed out the person who shot him.
Yeah.
But
so like you didn't understand the
That would have went right over my head.
Yeah, you know. So again, it's just more so a region thing. Who you're a fan of. It's even because we go through that under like the Too Loud thing when we were all battling or whatever the case. We can have references to each other. But if you guys just started watching yesterday, you're not gonna know what the fuck we talking about.
Yeah.
Trom and his battle against me has so many. You just found out the berry thing. He had so many berry flips, and nobody knew what the fuck he was talking about or why.
100%.
Because nobody knows what the B stands for.
Yeah.
So he just kept saying it, and I'm reacting, going, "This asshole, why you keep doing that?" But nobody else can give him points for the bar because they don't know what the fuck he's referring to.
Glenn in the group chat, when Glenn brings up the shit about me exiting the group chat fast, fire angle. The people that are in the group chat fucking get it. The rest of the crowd laughs. He continues on the group chat angle. Nobody knows shit about the group chat. So then when he gets to the punch about me being a pedophile, the crowd kind of reacts a little bit, but at that point it's like they're still kind of lost. Like, how did we get here? How do we get from him leaving a group chat to him being a pedophile? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like without
it all happened within a half hour, but y'all weren't privy to that.
You know what I mean? So him telling that little story is cool. You know what I mean? You could argue now a third round type shit, but at this point nobody else understood what the fuck was happening, and now your whole third round just lost smoke. You know what I mean?
Brad, it was all to save me. Thank you, Brad.
Oh yeah. No, it's all love.
Yeah. You got a whole ground thrown at you because you were backing me up.
And the crazy thing is that I come to your aid on some bullshit too, because it was miscommunication. Wordplay says let him cook. 5-6 messages prior to that, somebody's talking about some food, and Wordplay's actually talking about let him cook. But now 5-6 messages later,
it looks like this referring to
this
different.
Motherfucker immediately responds with, "Oh, Brad, Sammy ain't gonna let you hit. You ain't gotta come to her defense." The next message is let him cook. I said, you know what? Fuck you, Wordplay. Suck my dick, literally. Like, I went crazy. You know what I mean? Like, went crazy. So then at this point, Wordplay's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? What do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, y'all need to leave her the fuck alone. I'm like, Mike ain't even here right now. I'm like, y'all hating on his music. I don't care if y'all think he can rap or not. He ain't like, turning some shit that didn't even have to be.
Oh my God.
Didn't even have to be.
It was like a 5-hour conversation because I'm not going to let Brad hit. I'm like, I can't tell you how many times in there I said, nobody is going to hit. This is not about anything. Like, the fuck?
And for me, and like not even on no bullshit, like for me, that's not even, obviously that's not the type of time I'm on, but that part. He is trying to make accusations as if like I'm hiding kids in the hotel and I'm fucking them. He makes like a Chris Hansen poster, puts my picture on it and shit, right?
Nasty word.
Me and him aren't battling or nothing, right? Nobody in the group chat is saying shit, so I'm like, y'all think it's cool for a guy that's a he's a stepdad of 3 kids. He doesn't have any kids. Right. So I'm thinking, y'all think it's cool for a dude to make jokes about fucking kids and hiding kids at a hotel? And he's a like, what the fuck? Like, I left the group chat at that point. I'm like, I'm cool.
If we're gonna approve this, then now we'll be around.
And it turned into some other shit like, oh, Brad must be really a pedophile, and Brad must be really hiding kids. And I'm just like, yeah, you know, I was like, all right, bro, like, whatever. You know what I mean?
It was like, even P-Rock, because he has the group chat muted. You know, so even him, did you understand that whole round when we were down in Juneau? Did you know where that was coming from?
No, I just caught the...
Because I ended up coming back to the group chat. That's what I'm saying. So it's like a lot of the shit loses
steam.
Yeah.
So even just in that situation, you're talking we're talking a week apart. Like, this was literally a week before the battle this happened. Right. And then we go down to Juneau, and he's with me, and he has no idea why this whole round is even being thrown at him. And I'm like crying, like laughing. And so that's just a prime example.
Now that I think about that, Kobe did that in our battle. If you pay attention to Kobe's round, his round is really like attacking Michi and Trom or negotiations or behind the scenes. The fact that we did 1 round instead of 3, nobody knows any of this, which is why it doesn't get a reaction until he hits a crazy punchline.
So I don't remember Kobe from your guys' battle, but I do remember you and that's simply because you come with such high energy. Me and Rock have talked about this a million times. Like, you bring such high energy. So do you, Brad. Like, this is what's crazy.
His outfits too, but he's like, not for lack of a better word, but like colorful. Like, bro's always got, bright jackets on, some diamond studded pants, got the headband on fly.
Can you get this custom hoodie?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's day before battle. What you want?
Nah, he's really from Harlem. He be flexing like he really step out here swagging like he from Harlem. He is capping.
Peach ass jacket talking about can you match
Yeah.
I'm like, let me try.
You and Sin, really, y'all fashion. I'm like, nah, these two Harlem brothers, man. Like, both of these dudes with their fashion, man, they just be next level with it, man. Just be swagging.
It's more of, but as you said, it's on purpose, but not on purpose. Like, naturally, if I wasn't doing battling, this is how I would feel comfortable dressing or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like everything you do has to have like some type of purpose and statement to it. Why are you up here? What are you looking for or whatever? Even me asking for y'all hoodie when you said, hey, well, what else do you want to put on it? Nothing. I just want your brand on it. This is a purpose. Every time somebody sees me or I turn around, I want them to see what I'm representing. Once they see the Team Too Loud and then I open my jacket or you see the Rick B, all of this has a purpose as I walk through places or whatever. Now you don't even need to. That's all I went through last night, even after the battle, was just somebody going, oh, I like your pink jacket. Oh, pink jacket. Oh, yeah, the material on it or whatever. Now it becomes a conversational piece or whatever, accidentally. Okay, cool. Especially, I'm antisocial to begin with, so this forces me to now network more.
Me to hear that.
And I only talk to y'all because I'm comfortable with y'all. I consider y'all family. Like, I literally only talk to the circle. They will tell you, Trom will tell you or whatever, I'm the hardest person. There used to be a time when me and my daughter's mother was together, when Michi and Trom was first booking me. They could not get me on the phone. They used to have to book me through her. Because I hated being on the phone.
Bro, I'm antisocial as fuck.
They would just be like, yo, the quickest way to get to Rick is just to go holler at her or whatever. She'll get the information to him
We
eventually.
talked about this before, like, literally, so, like, because we have Local 907 and PlugHouse podcast, like, literally the best way to get to Pet Rock is to, like, to
Facts.
talk to me.
I sent you a message and asked you something, and 2 seconds later she was like, he doesn't have his phone, but I can answer him.
Yeah.
Brad's texted me today.
On my end, it helps sort
same.
through all the bullshit. I mean, my time's got to be dedicated to a bunch of other stuff, so the light work can be done by my wife.
Factual.
And if it's really important, she'll let me know. If not, she'll just handle it.
So that's what I was on at that time. It wasn't disrespecting the homies or denying anybody else. It's just like, man, I was working. I was dealing with the kids. I had all three of my daughters in the same house, and then Shorty had her sons or whatever the case may be. I just bought a house in Pennsylvania. I'm trying to grind all the time and everything else, and I'm like, be on the phone to talk about what? I don't know. The fuck? The last thing I want to do is be social.
Yes,
Just call me when it's time to do whatever it's time to do.
Yeah, time for the action.
Ricky is known for saying, I don't talk on the phone.
Yeah, like hey bro, just text it real quick and I will try to get back to you at the soonest convenience.
Message him on
PS5. You might get through that.
Gang, listen. Yeah, I mean, now if you join the group chat while I'm up there, you can get as many words as possible out of me. But outside of that, on the regular, it's just like, no, the grind calls for so much of my time and everything else, and then trying to write the raps, trying to memorize the raps and everything else. The notion of just sitting there wasting time with dead air doesn't make sense to me. Like there's not enough minutes in the day.
I'm so polar opposite. Like, I'm such a FaceTimer. Like, I will FaceTime literally everybody.
It offends the shit out of me. I
don't
hate
like
my
it.
phone.
If I got nothing important to say, I'm not talking.
It offends the shit.
Text, yeah.
People think I have an attitude because I'll be like, yo, what's up? Yeah, no, so what's good? Oh, no. I need you to get to the point. What's good?
Yeah, what's up? Why are you calling?
I FaceTime Brad. I'll FaceTime Brad and I'll be like, what are you doing? Hey, I need to ask about this. But then I just thought about, I don't think you answered my calls.
The first time you sent the message saying hit me back, and then I called you back or whatever.
Yeah.
But even when I picked up, I was on the move. Like, it wasn't even like I was stationary. She caught me in the middle of doing something. I'm like, all right, well, cool. Let me answer this real quick and get everything over with or whatever. So all our times of the group conferences on the phone or whatever, I'm on the move, or you hear my daughter in the background or and stuff going on or whatever.
You're gonna hear back because I am going.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just like, man, to have to stop this again. I'll talk to the homies or whatever, or I'll tap in if we talking business or doing bars or whatever. But even then, that's like, that usually happens closer to the events. Now that I don't have to rap for like the next month, I'm probably gonna go radio silent for a little bit.
Like, I remember even the Face House, like, you were literally on the Face House with your shot of Hennessy and your fucking PS5 controller in your hand. People be talking to him, he ain't even hearing it because he's too busy on his fucking game. Like, he's not even, like, he is not present. He's present, but he is not present. His mind is so, it's like you. It's like you upstairs with your Call of Duty. Like, when I be trying to talk to you, like, you ain't hearing shit that I'm saying.
I'm here, though.
I'm with the gang, man.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm with the gang. I'm with the gang. gang on call.
So Brad, you just dropped the project Punk Hazard Volume 1.
Yes, sir.
It's got 7 songs on it.
Yes, sir.
And you only have one feature with 11 the artist. What's your
Yes.
relationship with him?
Good relationship, man.
How long have you known him?
Since I moved to Fairbanks, to be honest. So I moved to Fairbanks in 2020, and just with the music scene, there's not a lot of people out there. Shout out to Tony. Tony Taylor's another big name out there that be moving. Red Dot, obviously. Shout out to Red Dot. Tony for sure has gave me a lot of opportunities. Reds gave me some opportunities as well. So both of them instrumental out there for sure in the community. My relationship with 11, I get on a show card with Red, meet 11. I meet Teddy on the same show card early in 2020, like before the COVID stuff and all that stuff, you know what I mean? I show my ass on that card. They didn't know anybody out there was like really rapping like that, obviously. I was like, well, there's not. I just moved out here, you know what I mean? Respectfully. So we started to build our relationship and shit, and we start to find that there actually is people like us that rap out here, slowly start to find them people hiding and stuff like that. But me and 11 continue to build, and then we got the song Stranger Things. I believe we did that late 21.
It's got 26,000 views.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That video was, that video was crazy too. We went all out for that video. Shout out to his homie, his brother Elijah. You know what I'm saying, the homie barber out there in Fairbanks.
Yeah, I was
too.
gonna say the barber.
Yeah,
Hell
Elijah, yeah. Elijah shot that video. We shot that in the DNA. The detail shop, you know what I mean? A lot of makeup, a lot of effects and everything, you know what I'm saying? But that shit was fire. That shit was fun. But from there, so a good 5 years plus. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I met his daughters, you know what I'm saying? Birthday parties and all that. Met his mom, you know what I'm saying? Good relationship with the family, cool with the sister and everything. The whole 2 or 3 of his videos, you know what I'm saying, that you've seen shot or in the hotel rooms or on my deck at the hotel and stuff on the roof, like. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's family. It was that's my brother.
2005, 2006. He was the first Alaskan artist I found on MySpace.
Word.
Yeah,
he been outside. Yeah, he been outside for a minute.
Yeah. Back when the tall tees and so I mean, I've known him longer than I've known anybody else active in the music scene. He was the first artist I talked to and I was a fan of. So
and also. In light, no pun, the song The Light, in light of his situation, as we all know, he's battling a court case right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about that at all, but there's a stigma of the type of human that he is, the type of father that he is, the type of person that he is in the community, and that song right there is a good song to show that he does have a different side to him, that he is not this drug kingpin that you have him painted out to be. He is, the song is called The Light. Yeah, and that's just us talking about a lot of things.
That's on your project.
Yeah, and the choice of rapper as well. I have, I'm fortunate, very fortunate. I have a plethora of people that some do charge for features, some don't. You know what I mean? But I have a long list of people that I could go to for crazy. I got a song with Royce. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I could reach out to crazy people for features and spend money if I want to. It's not that 11 is or isn't the most lyrical or whatever, because I've had people ask me about why that choice of artist. It was important in the time, like where we're at right now. It was important because I wanted to show
he did good on that song.
Great. And also I don't curse in none of my music. Battle rap Brad is a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? But I don't curse in any of my music. Word to Rakim, like that's one of, you know what I'm saying, my favorite rappers. And when I was hip to that early in life, I quit, cursing in my music about 2010, 2011, you know what I mean? So that's something that he toned it down a lot on that. That's not the typical 11. And the things that he was talking about on there also was kind of shedding light on the situation. Places I've put myself, I can understand why you think these things would happen, So I love that song a lot, even though it may not be that's probably like the commercial song of the track. That's the more,
the project.
Yeah, me not being as over lyrical, a lot of more surface level, a lot of more just single layer entendres, a lot of more wordplay and stuff like that people could catch more easily, and the chorus very repetitive, right? You know what I'm saying? So that is a song that I felt like was very necessary with him, like I said, just in light of everything, no pun, but to show the person that he really is, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. I love that a lot because we did a whole thing on our live one time when it first came out, the situation you're talking about. And he's such a good guy. Like the things that he does in the community and everything.
Yeah.
He's an amazing individual. And so it was like, it was hard for me, even being me, seeing all the comments that were being made about him, on the news articles and all the things. And I was like, but he's a really, like, y'all don't really know this man. He is a genuine human being. Like, he goes and buys toys for random children
every year.
Like,
Some of those.
This is something that he does. Like,
Yeah, he feeds a lot of those families. Some like he's cleaning cars for those people. He's put like housing some of those people. Like it's 11's one of them in the community.
Yeah, so I just like when I saw all of it, I was like, oh my god, poor Pablo. Like literally, my heart just sunk. Because I want to listen to that song. You're saying it's so good. Like I want to listen to that.
It's a
Because
cool
when
song.
I hear him on P-Rock's album, I think that's the typical 11.
Oh yeah, whenever I got some some street songs, I gotta reach out to my bro, because that's what we do,
And allegedly, a lot of them street songs they're trying to hold against him now. Unfortunately, as we know,
I don't think they should be able to put music in a courtroom.
No, I do agree. And that's why a song like that, if they're gonna use a song against him, we would like for them to use a song like that against him. You know what I mean? Pause for sure.
That's like somebody who's a painter and he murders somebody, and you bring their paintings into the courtroom and try to judge them on that.
That simulates blood splatter from the third murder.
It's some crazy. It's wild, bro.
Yeah,
it's wild. And I see when I Googled you and YouTubed you and seen you use a lot of anime.
Yeah, big anime.
Big
fan.
anime guy.
The back, like my background. You know what I'm saying? It's Luffy and I'm saying Naruto. Man. Yeah. Hold on. First, that was.
Spider-Man.
I can't get jiggy to none of that shit, bro. I can't get jiggy to none of that.
Before we started hating and throwing anime slander, so when we was out in the parking lot after the battle, you know what I'm saying? Lou Castro, you know what I'm saying? No idea Lou's an anime fan. Lou got a big tattoo on his arm, you know what I'm saying, with a big straw hat, you know what I'm saying, which is that straw hat there that Luffy's wearing. He got that straw hat tattooed, and then he got the Dragon Balls tattooed over it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we had like a whole anime moment, you know what I'm saying? And like we out there nerding out and shit like, oh, we all nerds, bro. Like,
yeah.
So did we miss any parking lot battles last night?
Hell yeah, y'all. And I hate because it's my umbrella brother, you know what I'm saying? But Dufresne bodied him in the parking lot, man.
Hey, Dufresne's been waiting a long time. He's been out the scene. He could.
I know.
He can battle.
Yeah, well,
he just don't want to.
Well, so like I be joking on phone calls, you know what I'm saying? Because Charles get to going on phone calls, just be going crazy. I'm like, right now I need Charles to refrain. You Dufresne too much right now, right? Need you to refrain. Yeah,
he's nice, man.
Up.
He's nice. I'm like, you getting the itch yet? Because I see him come out to the battles and like, you trying to get back in there? What's up? I was thinking about maybe putting a card together where I get all the OGs versus all these new guys. The guys who haven't battled in a while versus the guys who are trying to make a way. Yeah.
We're not going to drop no names, but we were talking about it. And we think
we're going to slowly put it together.
Like
you going to bring out your boy Hoobs?
He's not in Alaska no more.
Oh damn! I thought
he doesn't live here.
I thought he was like a real estate dude out here or some shit.
No,
last time that he was in like Arizona or something. But
he's out of state.
Right, I think Strat said that he's back.
I'll reach out again.
Y'all know I'll be hating.
But yeah, I would love to.
I'm gonna say Hoobs. Yeah, you know I'll be hating. I can talk my shit. Hoobs, go watch the Don battle. You see how Anchorage reacts to me.
Heaves is nicer than Strat. And Strat's fucking nice, dude.
Bro. It's like it's literally.
No, I know he is. Yeah.
When you get beat by them, it's literally embarrassing. It's like you just got beat by two fucking accountants.
And like
they work in 8 hours.
It's like losing to Rome. No, it's just like losing to it's the same shit. Anderson Burris type shit. Like these motherfuckers
when they were active,
crazy.
When they were active, they were the only two white guys on any of the fucking cards for like 4 or 5 years.
Killing shit.
And so they were just.
No, because you have ADM and Phonetic.
They weren't on those cards.
Oh no, they hosted them. They weren't on the cards.
They weren't. Yeah. So it was really Heaves, and then Heaves brought Strat in, and then it was just them white boys held it down for the rest of us. Pigment.
Yeah, no, the
absent
I'm
folks.
so disappointed that Strat wasn't able to display his shit.
And man, he was in the corner sitting here. He was practicing. I was like, oh fuck, I was supposed to rap first. Now it's just like I'm fixing to be the main event.
Yeah.
Wait until the end. So I'm really
Have you seen him before or no?
Well, I watched his battles obviously leading up to,
but not
I
in
wasn't
person?
familiar. Yeah, not in person. I wasn't familiar with Strat leading up to the card. With all the Alaska battlers on it, the only person I was familiar with outside of the team was Brad. So I had to go back and do my research, and then once I saw it, I was like, "Oh nah, he's fucking fire!" All right, cool beans. So now I was looking forward to it, and then the face off and everything helped build it up. So I was
going to ask you. I was going to say because in the group chat,
Correct.
there's in the group chat, and Brad, I want to ask you too because you said the one line that you will not cross is being racist. If you know Strat, Strat has a stigma.
He don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
He does
it's not that I won't.
If it's funny, he'll say it.
Correct.
Yeah.
But like, if you know him, you know that he's not really racist, but he does have a stigma around him as being racist.
I don't think Strat
willing to say anything.
I don't think that Strat would say the N-word, but like his Tiki Torch line is like as close as you get to saying the N-word without, We both use the Tiki Torch just for different reasons. Not
fucking
funny.
It
was crazy.
Got made afterwards, bro. I was dying.
Oh, Tribe?
Yeah,
Yes.
funny.
Oh my god. But in the group chat you saw, they had brought up something about a racist guy being on the card. Like, how can you even fuck with somebody being racist? So I wanted to ask you. Yes, so I wanted to ask you, like, how do you feel, like, if you watch some of Strat's battles, so you know the stigma that comes with him?
Yeah, I didn't pick up on the racist angle. Like, I wasn't calling him racist or having that feeling towards it. And then also, I guess it gave more of an advantage once A1 got up there because they were able to have the conversation back and forth. So allowing Strat to defend himself on the conversation gave a better perspective on whatever. Like, if Strat wasn't up there and A1 could have just ran with that narrative, and now I'm not too familiar with him. Of course, now it's going to be buried in my brain of like,
to message Strat, like, get your ass back in here now.
yeah, I mean, so like once he was able to actually, you know, go back and forth, and he's just like, oh, that's what you're going to go with or whatever. And I remember asking Strat at the beginning, there was 2 different times. I asked him before A1 got up there, hey, I'm not all that familiar with your work. Do you think he's going to take the typical white racist guy angle? Mind you, I didn't even know that Strat had that. I was just asking him because, you know, that's a lot of the times, unfortunately, that's what white battlers have to go through, where when people run out of material, they're just going to go to the race angle. Like, you know, if they really can't have anything creative on you, they're just going to make it seem like, oh, you're the white boy in black culture, or you must be racist on the low, or you move like this, so this is why you're not really supposed to be here. So I'm like, are you concerned he's going to do that? And at first Strat said no. 10 minutes later, A1 comes up there and says, he's a racist. I said, so Strat, I'm going to re-ask my question. Do you think he's going to take this angle?
But you didn't want to argue that other people did, where you're like, why the fuck is there a racist on the
it doesn't make sense or whatever the case may be. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, unless there was like full stone proof, and that was something I did say on the panel of like, bro, is there like full stone proof of him saying something wild somewhere, and they're like, well, nah, he insinuated this or he did that. I'm like, bro, that's battle rap angles of all times.
Yeah.
And if you know Strat, you know Strat is short for strategy. He is very, very meticulous with what he's doing, and he is very, very smart. And that's why he tiptoes on it, because he knows he's going to push your buttons. But he ain't going to push that whole red button all the way.
Again, some people are assholes on purpose, and that's just their rap style. That's Sule's rap style. Look at what Sule did at
Sule kind of does the same shit.
Sule's rap style is to push the limit and not give a fuck about what comes out his mouth.
That's interesting.
It works different because ironically, the race thing again, because Sule is a big black man saying what he's saying, it's just fire, we're laughing at it, whatever. You turn that into a white boy doing it the whole time, you either have to be funny or somebody's just gonna be like, man, fuck you talking like this for, and blah blah blah, whatever. So, you know, I get it, like it's unfair for Strat to have to go through that, but at the same time, it's just creativity. Unless you are blatantly going, stupid nigga, and I say what I want, like how Disaster tried to play it off on the URL stage. Like, okay, well, now you're putting yourself in a box.
and to build on that, that's why it would have been interesting to see, because if Strat's racist, is Strat going to make watermelon jokes? Is Strat going to say something, you got slave feet?
How far are you going to take
How far are you going to take the shit? You know, because like against Teddy, I think the Tiki Torch line is about as far as you could go. Like, we both use Tiki Torches just for different reasons. Like, oh, shit.
But that's why you got to think about it.
Fire.
But you're creating...
the creativity in that is crazy.
You're creating a reaction in the moment. Yes, it leaves reason for people to dig, but again, if that's not your regular, everyday basis, I'm going to charge you with creativity.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at that Juno card, like, honestly, the number, like, the main line that you remember from that Juno card
was that
Strat's line about the fucking,
which is crazy. No, and like, not even to hate on both of them brothers, my brother Teddy and Strat. That is the lowest viewed battle. That is it really? Tara and Goddessig, Miss T and Goddessig have more battles or more views on their battle.
Things like that also depend on the kind of supporters people have.
Yes. I think it has a lot to do with Strat being out of the game for a while, and Trop is new. So, but Miss T and got a cigar news too. So
but they also have a bunch of.
But
T's got a big support. The Terror Squad's
the people
major.
who are willing to repost it, rewatch it over
How much
and
you're
over,
sharing it? How
you
much?
know, everything goes into that, and I think that you guys weren't talking about that, but it just trips into the next angle of a lot of battlers have an issue with promotion.
Yes.
And Teddy don't care about that shit. Like Teddy, no. Teddy was here and I said that shit. He would have been looking at me like, bro, you act like I care about even having one view. Like, you heard him at the battle, right? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, he's that type of person to where he's so in the moment that
some people just like to rap for that, and they're like, all right, cool. They're not gonna post a flyer 100 times leading up. They're not gonna do a video going. They don't even feel the need to yell in the face
a
off.
lot of big name battle rappers, and that's like the consensus that I hear from all of them is they're not sharing the flyer beforehand. They'll share a day of maybe.
Negotiate that. Trump literally negotiated that with Charlie.
Okay.
You have to like.
Some won't do face-offs.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Yeah.
You have to usually put that in some type of contractual obligation because people they'll flip it. Hey, bro, I ain't get paid to come over here and talk or whatever. I don't have to do this and the third. Ain't nobody told me to post this up. Well, why I gotta big this up or whatever? Y'all paying me to do that, and it'll turn into a transaction every single time. Like, and I get it. You know, they've built their statuses and they've built their fan base to a point of like, well, this is why I am who I am. This is why you want me over there. So I totally get it. Negotiate your worth, but it's up to league owners to be understanding of that and know like, hey, look, man, if you really want to put these guys to work, or if you're really about to spend this much money, at least get your money's worth outside of them just coming to rap words.
Yeah.
I think that's super crucial. I think that's where when we started the conversation, we talked about you need to have the business mindset. I think that's where that business mindset comes in, because you can't just think of like the right now, like, oh, I want this person on this card, so what do I got to give them right now to get on this card? No, you got to think about what you need from that transaction as well, not just simply them coming to rap on a card for you.
A lot of people think good business is like paying people, taking care of people, right? A lot of people think good business is breaking even. You know what I mean? Like for a lot of people, how they identify with what good business is and how they practice these things are completely different. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of it, unfortunately, you're going to need like experience only comes like with experience. And that's what a lot of people like to go full circle back to the rookie shit. There's nothing wrong with the rookies. It's that like, when you got somebody like Chess that comes in the game at 14 and then now he's like 25, 26, you don't like, you think that 12-year run, like you still think he's 15, 16. Like that's how well Smack has marketed him and kept him young and just done certain things, you know what I mean? And their grand scheme. So for a lot of people, their next move, like I said, is breaking even. Like that's what success, like Smack is not thinking about breaking even. Like it's like 5 or 6 plans ahead. Like this battle has to go, and then if this battle works, they'll get this from that, or this from that, or that from that. Yeah. Sometimes other things happen, you know what I'm saying? But it's like there's so many different layers to how real people are like thinking when they're strategizing it. You know, like the random battle for Teddy is not random. Like no pun. You know what I mean? Like that happens and goes the way it's supposed to. The November card, we're gonna have a real surprise for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If everything goes as well as it is, we got some plans for Strat, you know what I'm saying, for that November card. You know what I mean? I know we've been jumping around talking about the album and we still got to get back to the, finish discussing the naming the battles, but yeah, it's like there's so many, just things like we waiting, and it's not like if the dots connect or things like that. It's like the universe is giving us these options, and like we're not trying to overstress. So that even goes back to us having 4 people now that do the shit. You know what I mean? Like Trom, you don't gotta stress about 12 battlers because we already took care of 7. You know what I'm saying? Focus on these 2. Heat, remember what you did for Ice and everybody and taking care of 5, 6 plane tickets and all that shit? All right, we just need 2. You know what I'm saying? Sammy, remember what y'all did to kill yourselves? Well, we just need y'all just to be present now. It's like once you start to add in 4 or 5 people into shit, you know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, okay. All right,
you gotta break it down.
You know what I mean? So that's what we're really looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, with all of this shit. And like experience is going to continue to help us, garner more of that.
Back to your project here, I saw down here, you said it was produced by someone named Shovel and Emilio. Who are these folks?
So shout out to Emilio. Emilio has produced probably like 75 songs for me. I believe we got 3 projects together and got a 4th one on the way.
These are like homies,
So I met, shout out to COVID, you know what I'm saying? Like when COVID happened, I meet Emilio on Twitter, and the rest is kind of history from there. He lives in Georgia. Never actually met. It's kind of like the trauma and sin, trauma and, Rick and all of them until it happens, right? You know what I mean? And this is just the beauty of music. Like I come from like the Team Backpack shit. Like I remember going to the Team Mission Underground LA, you know what I'm saying? The Moolah shit. Like me and Emilio talk about that. The irony, he finished top 15. Me on some ego shit, fumble the ball, lose on the first day, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit, you know what I mean? Maybe you shouldn't come back to battling. Maybe you really ain't got it, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit. So it's like I went through so much, you know what I'm saying, to get back to be here, to have the performance I had, not to digress, but it's like me and Emilio, it's like the universe, you're just supposed to meet people. So like me and him talk about it, because like the circle of people that he's from and like the stuff that he was in Detroit, really around those people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like for him, have to transition, go through a divorce, lose a house, have to transition to, Atlanta and shit, trying to re-put himself out there in the music scene and shit. Things not happening. He's taking risk on the internet pause. And then we end up meeting, and then just beautiful. You know what I mean? Just been a beautiful relationship with a lot of music. The other kid is Young Boy, Shovel. I'm integrated into the hip hop Twitter community on there. He's a young kid. I'm not sure where he's from. I feel terrible about that because he is very difficult to communicate. I think he's from overseas possibly, but Shovel, my bad. We got to communicate more, brother, because I got like a good 7 or 8 more songs that'll come out on other Punk Hazard projects. But I use Punk Hazard as a name, just you know what I'm saying. The title. Anybody who watch anime, like that's an arc in One Piece. You know what I mean. And the Punk Hazard arc, you know what I'm saying, Luffy is dressed up, you know what I'm saying, as somebody else, you know what I'm saying, trying to, his brother just got murdered. I get chills, but like, and he's dressed up in disguise and he's trying to get, you know what I'm saying, his brother's.
You want some nerd shit so flying over my head.
Speaking of foreign language.
Emilio a nerd too, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and the kid Shovel's a nerd too. So it's like the dynamic of like what I really do, like when I'm, making music and like titling the songs and a lot of the titles for the projects and stuff like that. There's a lot of symbolism behind it. And like anime on the surface for sure is very nerdy, but like, but like, what is nerdy about fighting against a fucked up, corrupt government? About going country to country and liberating people who are fucking impoverished, liberating people who are just fucking raped and famished and fucking pilgrimized and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like enslaved. There's nothing nerdy about that shit. That's Luffy. That's the Straw Hats. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. That's like what is nerdy about wanting peace to the point where you'll fight to kill yourself and die for that shit like Naruto, you know what I'm saying? For just to have peace in every village. It's like on the surface it's fucking nerdy. Like, oh, you fucking dreamer. It's like, bro, what are we out here even alive for? Why y'all fight for world hunger and shit then? Like, that's why I love anime and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's why I love anime, because there's so many animes that just, now there is some really weird ones too. Like I can't defend all of them, like some of these titles, like my little sister's friend's mother writes this, you know what I'm saying? Some of the crazy, like I won't defend all of this shit.
No, my friend just got me to watch one recently, Invincible.
I know he cartoons though. He can't lie on the cartoons.
Cartoons all day, man. I'm super Spider-Man.
Agent Ben, I know. Yeah,
I got Spider-Man everything. The way this Ninja Turtle shit look is how my Spider-Man shit.
That's fire.
Hell yeah. Went up against Lou Castro yesterday.
Yes, sir, man.
How did you feel about that? Did he bring what you thought he was gonna bring?
Nah, I thank you, Lou Castro, for coming, doing your thing. I definitely felt like he was prepared. He didn't come out here and just give me a half-ass performance. He didn't waste everybody's time or whatever. And even then, with him cutting himself short at the end, I don't feel like he choked out. Like, I feel like he was searching for something and then he just said, fuck it, time, before it just looked too bad on his end or whatever the case may be. So had he not personally told me he had a couple of more bars, I would have just gave him credit for it and then on a good spot in his round. Like, nah, man, you did enough. Truly, I appreciate you for going 100%. Yeah. Of course, I'm going to walk away always feeling like I won and I did my thing, but...
You're Rick B, we know.
No fact.
But at the end of the day, just grateful for him, Charlie, Don, everybody putting on, even Head Ice, because Head Ice didn't give a half-ass performance, and even though he choked, you could see by the frustration that he actually wanted to get off the rest of the bars. And then even after such, you know, like he came to hang and he went to the studio with the battlers and everything like that. So he really showed love and networked and all of that. So it's just, you know, grateful for the atmosphere that they created, because they could have came out here and been Hollywood or assholes. Or they could have just took money and been like, well, fuck you guys.
I know
cares?
Big K kicked it with y'all, I know, but like Big K and Marv did not hang out with no battlers. And I mean, it was fucking blistering hot, and they're two big guys, pause. I get it. But like, that was something like... Yeah, they didn't kick...
Big K, actually, we went... So
I know he fuck with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, not hating on him.
We went hiking. We went
Cold plunge.
No, but he's just saying like the opportunity to network for the other battles. Like you don't have that opportunity just to be personable with them in a sense or whatever the case may be. So again, especially somebody like Charlie, who has the level of wilding out or the longevity, and that's no disrespect to any of the other battlers, because Ice has been battling just as long or whatever. But again, when you get to certain trajectories, I'm not sure if we could get a fucking hitman up here as easily as we got Charlie up here, you know, and they're kind of on the same type of platform. So again, just being able to, oh, okay, cool, you're a regular person. It's cool to be able to build with you. We might be able to do this again.
You know what's crazy?
I don't know.
No, Yogi's relationship may make that easier than what we think.
Factuals.
Just talking out loud, I was thinking like, we really got some crazy friends,
and
bro.
Yeah, not a...
So I will say, I don't know if you were outside still then or not, but Head Ice and Excel, definitely, we had a whole conversation about it. They have both done some real genuine shit for fans. Like, Head Ice had met a fan at a gas station, and old boy was like, oh my god, you're my brother's favorite battle rapper. Like, you are legit my brother's favorite battle rapper. He was like, well, where he at? And he said, oh, he's asleep right now. And he was like, well, take me to him. If I'm his favorite, like, take me to him. And they went and they woke him up. Like, handed him the blunt, woke him up. Like, real shit. He was like,
that's tight.
Yeah, Excel has a story about
Charlie was taking the phone from people in the parking lot. People were calling their kids and their families, and Charlie was like, "Do they know they're talking to me?" They, all right, like that was fucking crazy to me.
Excel has the same kind of story. Somebody's kid, like he's their that's who they look up to, and he was like, "Take me to him." Like both of them, very humble stories. And I can't off the top of my head remember right now like what they said really like caused them to become that way, but it was like somebody had done it to them before, whoever they looked up to before them.
They gave you a humble moment.
And so then they just give it forward. So they are very, very humble people, I will say that.
And I gotta clear up, because I know Marv fuck around and watch this just because y'all relationship. It ain't no hate, like he was saying. It's just because I know it was, you know, very hot at the event and everything like that, and people got their own shit going on. But as bad as the logistics were supposed to have been, as shitty business as Trauma has supposed to have done, all of these fucking gentlemen, even as bad as it was for XL probably got one of the shittiest. I feel bad for that brother. Just everything that happened, right? That man still took pictures with everybody, smiles when he was sitting down mad at the world. If you walked by and wanted a picture, didn't matter if he was part of the event or not. Like, that's the type of shit to where it's like, that's commendable. And I know like Big K and Marvin never doing pictures and shit like that, but like after the event, I would like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what Phonetic had negotiated. I don't know how that shit works.
So they were hungry. I'm not gonna
They hadn't eaten all day.
They hadn't eaten.
See, and that's that bullshit.
Marv, like they had asked me where.
Phonetic, you motherfuckers, you deprive the people. These is the biggest, no pun, motherfuckers in battle. You think you shouldn't have fed these two motherfuckers? You should have showed up with some Raising Cane's, motherfucker. What are we doing?
We had food.
This is crazy.
They went to Glacier Brew House is where they went.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Took an Uber.
Me and Rick are goddamn featherweight boxers, and you feed us like goddamn soon as we get off the plane, pause, and you don't take care of this is crazy.
They went to go eat. That's where they went after summer solstice. They went to Glacier Brew House.
I can't even hate no more. Yeah, I'm disappointed now. Just like, damn, because that took away. Now I understand why they look so like grab a Snickers, you know, type moment. You know what I mean? Seeing them just sitting over there, like probably didn't even get no food they wanted. They got a goddamn snacking in battle. Like, it's some bullshit. It's goddamn. I thought Alaska was cold. It's fucking 90 degrees.
It was hot that day too,
bro. Crazy.
Yes.
All right, well, I need to look up the date that happens, and I want to come back on that.
Summer
date.
solstice. Don't pull up on the solstice, brother.
I'm so fucking tired of freezing out here. My iron is not high enough.
Last year it wasn't cold, was it?
Yeah, it was fucking.
They came at the end of August. Pause. They was at the end of August.
It was hot to us
Yeah, June, July.
Y'all were walking around shirtless. I was in there.
Hey, 60
dying,
degrees
bro.
to us is nice.
I was about to. Why you think I brought leathers this time? Last time I brought a windbreaker jacket. I learned that Rugrat shit stayed home.
Oh, Yogi's still mad. Y'all played that? Yeah, y'all played him.
Look, I saw Brad and Yogi the day Yogi touched down.
Yeah.
He was so mad, and his brother, he was like, y'all told me not to bring my snowsuit. He was so mad.
That's all he was saying in the car when he was riding. He was like, I'm still mad about it. I was like, bro, I tried to tell you, bro, like, it's not going, yeah.
Yogi is so mad he does not have his snowsuit right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to work out. We got there's still 3 or 4 of those guys who are going to be here till Tuesday. I'm going to have them over here tomorrow.
That's fire. Yeah, I look forward to watching that
We're
one.
gonna chop it up. We're gonna run through the rest of this Ego Death card here and wrap this up because I know you got a 6-hour drive ahead of you.
Yeah, I don't be tripping on that. You know what I mean? But yeah.
So next we have
We're running up on 2 hours of recording time.
yeah.
That's gonna take me 15 to 20 hours.
That's yeah.
So next we have the AWR.
I think that's where you left off.
Yeah. Demi missed.
Versus Cole Du Monte.
Demi, we can't go. We don't do that to Miss T. That's my girl.
Oh, you did
I'm
that
part.
one, I thought.
Demi. I was talking about Goddess Sick battling Miss T. That's where we stopped. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Demia, who I bodied, you know what I'm saying? Demia is still fat. Demia versus Miss T. Shout out to Miss T. You know, I'm part of the Terror Squad. This is me and Heat's protege for sure. You're gonna see each battle for sure. You're gonna keep seeing Terror get better. You know what I mean? And I love her energy. I'm looking forward to this battle as well because she got some shit to say to Glenn. And
Oh yeah, she does. She was telling me.
yeah, she got some shit to say to Glenn for sure. And it's dope that Glenn wants to battle, you know, these people at this stage in his career because we can't act like Glenn didn't build the Juno scene.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of the relationships that we have with people without Glenn meeting these people and, you know, Kevin
Putting
and
it
all
together.
that. Yeah, that part. So we're, you know, shout out to Glenn for that, you know what I'm saying? But Demi is still fat. AWR AWR versus Cole. I call him Cole dipshit because Cole fucked up. Yeah, and Cole, man, and it is another one of them issues where you wait 2 weeks, decide to tell us that, oh, I can't get out of Anchorage, but if y'all want to throw the car down here, remember his dumb ass. That's why.
Isn't this the same battle?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be on the
Yeah.
AWR and Cole.
Yeah, that's Cole. Yeah, Cole dipshit. Goddamn it, be.
So that Kev is giving them, and you guys are giving them. Let me rephrase.
Yeah.
You guys are sharing now.
Yeah.
You guys are giving
Pause,
them
that was crazy.
chance at this. You
Yeah.
guys are giving them another chance at this battle. Then.
Yeah. Well, so and to be honest, this is if it's for Cole, probably not. This is AWR because of who AWR is. Let's not act like AWR don't got 2-3 ruin your day battles. Right. Say what you want about this man's content. This man is seasoned out here. He's a veteran. I like to look at AWR like a cowboy Cerrone out here. For sure, he's a 500 fighter his whole career. But in certain leagues, he would be a champion. You know, like regardless, you like cut faces and people that are respected in other leagues.
Yeah.
He goes out here and gets W's against these people. Like, let's put some more respect on AWR's name and what he's actually done for the Juno scene as well, for sure. Yeah. But that's why that battle is happening. Let's be clear. It's AWR and what he's done for the scene. Now, the next battle, back with Brad and Kobe V. I'll be honest with you. This, I thought, was going to be a compliment battle. And I'm not even trying to be funny because me and Kobe had had discussed us doing a battle. And I was like, bro, it would have to be like a compliment battle right now. Like, we cool like that. Like, I don't want to battle you at this stage because I got something to prove, but like, I'm not going to be that, like, it's not going to be friendly. You know what I mean?
Gonna take a light on
right now on trajectory.
Kobe, yeah. And Kobe also, we're similar in a sense to where, and it's because we both have like a lot of similar goats. Like, we both get personal to a degree. Like, he tried to throw the fake angle at Trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both like to get kind of grimy. The shit with Duncan, tried to get personal about, you know, if you were actually more, be like more efficient with your whiteness was basically what he was trying to tell him. You're an inefficient white. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to do all this shit if you're really this white. Like, so it's like Kobe will get personal and shit like that. So I look forward to the battle because I know it's not going to get like nasty, but like Ill Will is someone that I really revere. Like, when we start to really categorize like the 5, it becomes difficult. You know what I'm saying? My pen is not like Ill Will's, obviously. We rap completely different ways. A lot of my cadences, a lot of my mannerisms, I wear a bucket hat for a certain reason. Like, a lot of shit, like, so it's going to get kind of nasty against Kobe, you know what I'm saying? And for battle rap. But the name of the card is Ego Death for a reason. and we're gonna have to address some things. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. But that one's gonna that one for sure is gonna be crazy for whatever reason. Kobe wanted 3 rounds. Yeah, and I had
So not to interrupt you, but are these
all these
also
yeah.
are all the battles on this card 3 rounds?
Respectfully, unless it's I believe the what me and Kevin have discussed, unless it's 2 weeks notice or like more. Less. Yeah, like between 2 weeks in the battle, we won't do any 1-rounders. That's our goal. So like when you hear about people like Marv, when you hear about the people like Random, when you hear about people like Don, people like we get in these battles. Yeah, and it's no disrespect because I didn't have to pay for 6, 7 other battles like Trom did, respectfully. Right. I just got 1 or 2 or 3, you know what I'm saying? So these are, you know what I'm saying, what we're saying. We're going to do our best to get the 3-rounders. Always 3-rounders. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I said, logistically, we're going to try to do our best to make sure that we don't promise things to people, you know, without knowing that we can. Yeah, because like, and a lot of this ain't trauma before people think that's hate and shade on trauma because there's some people, like there was one of the battle rappers had an issue where I think like there was a big major flood in the city. And he was waiting on an insurance check, which is way more fucking important than any battle rap event ever, unless you were getting surf money from the, you know, yeah, that's an insurance check. Not to digress, but so I totally get that. So the idea that we can't book your ticket because you may not battle at all, and then you tell us 2-3 days before the event, oh, I got the insurance check now, and we look and the tickets are $1,400, and you try to run a narrative like we can't afford the ticket, like, bro, that's 3 tickets if we bought them 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know Chillers was 13.
You feel me? Like buying tickets that last week, you know what I'm saying? It's like, these are things that, you know, we run into, you know, pause like logistically. So it's like, but learning experience, right? So like, that's one thing that we're going into this battle, knowing a lot of these things. Yeah. So the Heat and L-Dog battle is another one.
Who is L-Dog?
That's a Juno guy, right?
No. L-Dog's from Cali, I believe.
Oh, he's out of state.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know he's an iBattle guy. He's done some iBattle stuff and he's done a few other, a few.
Is he on the iBattle stuff with you guys or no?
No, he's done. Yeah, he's done. I believe a Mike Masters as well. Okay. Yeah, I believe he's got a Mike Masters, but I know he's active, not as active as Random. You know what I mean? And people like but for sure he's outside. Heat was willing to take the battle, so anybody in the room that knows Heat knows that Heat just doesn't take, you know what I'm saying, any battle. So it kind of speaks to the people who are wondering who L-Dog is. Yeah. And for anybody, like L-Dog. Kev, this battle was supposed to be wordplay. I'll be honest about that. I don't care if the guys get mad at me for talking. But
what, Heat versus wordplay?
So yeah, and like I said, full circle back to the conversation in the group chat. You already know we all Team P, right? You know what I'm saying? So when Wordplay was running his mouth about Sis, when I had came in town right before the Juno battle, because I had to get my, Tara had my merch. So she had my bag because I left it at the last event, yada, yada. Shout, you know I love my girl Tara. But so I'm over there kicking it with Tara, and I pulled up on Heat and them that night, and we're talking about it, and Heat was like, you know what, fuck it, bro. I take that battle Wordplay. You know, you running this man, you know, like I'm a humble this kid.
It would be a dope battle.
You know, yo, that part, style class, like I just got chills thinking about it. So that battle was supposed to happen, but Wordplay's on tour. You know what I'm saying? Wordplay. Shout out to Wordplay in Diamond Dollar Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? They all broke bums except for Reigns. Reigns the only fucking player up there. They all broke bums. You know what I'm saying? I was getting all of them high. Reigns was hooking people up with weed, hooking people up with Subway. They all broke bums. Even AWR's Aaron Rodgers looking ass. But
why does Juno have a fucking car, bro?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm hating on. They know what it is. You know it's all love, but I'm gonna talk my shit. But yeah,
I am sad that one.
He was supposed, because he's on tour. You know, and the tour, like I think they got a show with Wiz. Like it's like big shit. Yeah, Currency too. Like big shit popping for them for sure. Yeah, y'all do y'all thing because you know he's about to get smoked in that battle. But Traumatos versus Strat. Man, this is crazy. This is main event energy. Like anybody that understands what this is to the culture, and verbatim from Trom, there's not a lot of veterans left like this. So when these battles are available, you got to take them. Pause. Got to take them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like to hear that for anybody who doesn't think that brother is motivated, I promise you, this is going to be one of them battles. And like I said, this main event energy. This could be battle of the night. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be one of them. I would be scared to put on my parlay. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like real shit.
I told Trauma, I said, I need you to also get into your strat bag on this.
Yeah, no, he got some comedy.
With Charlie. The strat dot, I need you to put it back in his face. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, put it back in his face was crazy. But that battle for sure. 3 rounds again, like I said, and on the 1 month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm battling next month against Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I already got a couple rounds of material against Kobe. Kobe said that he hadn't wrote much, and I'll be honest, I think because he couldn't, and he was sitting there waiting on Don, and he's going to steal a lot of material Don did. We're probably going to hear a lot of backwood Brad like Don flips, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Kobe said that it would be hard to flip my name, pause, and I don't think it would, unless like you could go a whole gay angle. So like I guess if you don't want to do gay angles, it still wouldn't be that difficult in my opinion. No. And that's and I can't give away my strategy and shit, but I hope that he's prepared for that, because if he tries to do some name flips the wrong way, it's gonna end, just like Don tried to throw the karate. I'd be prepared for this shit.
You're over prepared.
Yeah. His best option to like is to off the wall material, like talk about, you know what I'm saying, your dead grandma and shit, and why it propelled you to be the greatest battle rapper. And I don't know what that's like, cause you know what I'm saying, like for real, like you got to do some shit, you know what I'm saying, like what Chess do with struggle bars, you know what I'm saying, cutting fucking tops off of fucking bottles and shit to eat bowls of cereal, using pizza boxes like plates. You know what I'm saying? You got to do shit like that, even though it makes no fucking sense. You probably just didn't want to get no dishes dirty with your bum ass. But, you know what I'm saying? Mama bitching at you about cleaning the dish. You's 14 and ain't want to do no dishes. But, like, there's things that you could do to counter shit like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Kobe can do that, because I didn't see it against this guy. Didn't see it against Duncan. And against Trauma, he tried to use fake personal angles. So, though the content can still, like, the bars was still fire, right? Like, you rhyme well, dope shit you put together. But Traumatos and Strat, you know what I'm saying? If we have the Trauma we got against Charlie, we got the Strat that we got against Teddy. Yes. This is going to be a fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah. Showed up against Charlie.
And then the main event, and I know there's a lot of question about this.
Yeah, I'm highly confused.
Brad, why aren't you the main event? How come Trum's not the main event? Not even Heat? No. The fact that Teddy did not get material off, and that's a questionable battle. The fact that people picked Teddy to win that, like some people actually picked Teddy to win that battle. There's something about his presence in the ring. There's something when he, like, it's just something different. It's very Jay Nightwing-ish. Not comparing their content, but it's like, goddamn, like, you have a bad performance and it pisses people off. You know what I mean? Like, how good is he? You know what I mean? So it's like, this is one of those to where, and he knows that. You know what I mean? He knows this isn't Strat. He knows this isn't AWR. This isn't Heat. You know what I mean? Like, this is a very, very seasoned battle rapper, a champ in a few leagues, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been around the iBattle circuit for years, you know what I mean? He's won a lot, some, like I said, the competitions, you know what I'm saying? Some of these freestyle competitions. He's battled the likes of Thesaurus. Like, this guy's got some names on his resume. It's like, when you start to think about, the landscape of what you want your career to look like and the names, you want some Lou Castros, you want some Dons, you know what I'm saying? Random's not a bad name, you know what I'm saying, to have on there, you know what I mean? Especially after a local, you know what I'm saying, guy that's working his way to being a local legend. So
I think we're gonna see something out of Trop that no one's even seen yet. We're gonna see probably his full potential.
Yes. More than shades of it for sure. This is gonna be one of them triple doubles for sure. We're gonna start to see. I feel like that way at least. But Ego Death, Saturday, June 28th, and that's gonna be at Little Babes. It's off Mountain View Drive.
Baby.
That's in the hood. You know what time it is. Sure. Lil Babes, and we always get love with Lil Babes, man. Like Lil Babes, where I made my start out here, man, in Anchorage, man. Shout out to Lil Babes, man. Shout out to damn I Be Lit. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got a lot of 907 hip hop down here. We got a sponsor,
Smackbox Entertainment.
Smackbox. You know what I'm saying? Rhyme Fest. Yeah. Shout out to I Be Lit. Pounds and Sounds. Yeah. I'd be hating on Kobe. I couldn't mention that one till last. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is that him?
Yeah. He associated with them, so I'll be hating by affiliation.
I think that's, I don't know.
Who's the Mind one? Yeah.
That's IB Litz.
That's IB Litz? Oh, I thought his was the, yeah. But not, no, Rhyme Fest is D. Lil D. Yeah, pause. Yeah. Yes. Stone. Yep. Who's a Little Mermaid?
Tattered.
Oh, Fire. Yeah, Fire. And then Live from the North, obviously, that's Kez's other alter identity. Yeah, the alter ego. But yeah, $15 at the door. We ain't on no bullshit. You know the price done went up. We charging for these, you know what I'm saying, now. So
why only 15?
Well, that sounds like hate, you know what I'm saying? Let us not get too ahead of ourselves.
No, I think it's a good price.
Yeah.
For a local show, 15,
yeah. And that is also Latin night, I believe, over there. So I'm looking for a big booty Latino as well. You know what I'm saying? Where the Latina girl is at? I'm looking for all of them out there.
But like my
I say that because if anybody's looking for, to see some entertainment before that, the doors open at 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. Battle start at 6, and then that will run till 9, and that will be when when
Latin nights.
Yeah.
So it's
go
gonna
dance
be
floor.
live.
I don't know if I will make this one. It's my niece's wedding that day.
I feel you. Is she Latin?
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm been busy. That don't mean nothing. America and our divorce rates.
But I think P-Rock should be home and he can make this one.
Yeah, I'll
fire.
just yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, and we there may be some celebrities pop up. We don't know. We made relationships recently, pause. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people love Alaska, like for all the right reasons.
Just for
Pause.
the visit.
Yes.
No more. What?
That's a hot
28th.
that's hot time.
It's pretty soon.
I'm booked for the 27th.
Yeah.
I'm booked for the
So I would have to fly out here the day of the card after I rap that night.
Like then 6 hours of
It ain't worth it. We just talked about being those rappers at events. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta mingle with the people a little bit. Pause.
All right, we're about to wrap this up. You guys got any shout outs? Anything you want to drop?
Yeah, for sure. Bankstown Bullies, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Battle for the North shit for sure, man. Shout out to Teddy, man. Shout out to Kev the Brain, man. Shout out to my homie Zeke, man, who hooked up the shoes for the battle. Bro be customizing the Air Forces, you know what I'm saying? So we got them on deck, and you're going to see some new, forces, you know what I'm saying, out there as well for the Kobe battle. Shout out to Tony up there, you know what I'm saying? Tony Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate everything he do for us. Anybody who's looking to sponsor or looking to support this event at all in any way, shape, or form, you see the trajectory that we on, and I say this in the most humble way possible, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to miss this plane, you know what I'm saying, in the words of Wiz, you know what I mean? So we're not looking for no handouts. We're not looking for nothing. Like, if people are looking for returns on things, pause, like, we can sit down and talk about the business side of stuff. We love to have those conversations. If anybody's looking to just genuinely contribute, you back with Brad on all platforms, you know what I'm saying? You can find me there. You can get a hold of, Peter Rock, you know what I'm saying? Or, Sammy. I am very accessible, so to say, pause. But,
we'll connect the dots.
Yeah, we're looking for, anything we can get help-wise. But, outside of that, you know what time it is.
Punk Hazards Volume 1 is where?
Punk Hazard Volume 1 right now is on Bandcamp. We already sold 15, you know what I'm saying? I could even pull up and show you all the numbers, you know what I'm saying? We sold a couple already. Appreciate that. Streaming on Bandcamp and available to purchase on Bandcamp. You can stream on there as well for free. The album will drop on all platforms the day before Biggie's birthday, May 20th. You know, it's always some hip-hop shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rick, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to fuck back home and I'm going to rest a lot and enjoy this. But outside of that, yeah, I mean, you'll catch me back outside again on June 7th in Trenton, New Jersey on OTR. Shout out to them. So I'll be battling Kuzi. I believe he's a fire battle. Maybe like mid-tier, low-tier or whatever the case may be. But he's done some main events out there on the East Coast. So he's coming out of Atlanta, so that should be interesting. But
how can the people who are tuned in find you?
Oh man, I.m.rickb. Please don't add me on Facebook. It brings my name and personal information. I don't even like that unless you gang of family. So just find me on Instagram and everything else. I mean I.m.rickb or Rick B Music TV if you on YouTube. Yeah, I mean Kid Spidey if you on PlayStation. Fuck with me.
That's right, baby. Yeah,
Talk that shit. Talk that
gamer
shit.
tag.
Talk that shit.
I want to shout out to our sponsors, Magic Media. You could look them at Instagram and TikTok at the Glamour Bar, GLAMOURBARD. Stay tuned, man. We're about to get into some rap shit with Brad here, and we always rock it, man. Local907.com.
Don't make me walk this chopper. Big whip, you know we ride it. No place for you to hide it. Drop location and we slide it. Don't make me walk this chopper. Don't IG flex, we cool and pull a hop out with them shoulders. Boy, you gon' make me do this, please.